How's it going, everybody? Here we are. Sorry, I was just sitting down grabbing a soda before we get the stream up and running. How's everybody doing? Welcome back to another stream. Hope you guys are having a wonderful, beautiful day. How's it going, everybody? Welcome back, boyos. Hopefully everybody had a great Thanksgiving. Happy Turkey Day to everybody. Hopefully everybody enjoyed your time with the family or whatever you guys ended up doing this Thursday. And even if you don't celebrate Thanksgiving or Turkey Day, whatever the fuck you want to call it, yo, hope everybody had a great day and or evening, like a restful, just a relaxing one. Thank you guys for being here. That's what I'm thankful for. Anyway, boys, it is time to get on. I actually was on the game already. That's why I'm a little bit late. I was in BGs and I was just kind of having a lot of fun. It's the Arathi Blizzard Brawl. So I've been playing a little bit of that and queuing other BGs while I'm waiting for this thing. How's everybody doing though? Hopefully you guys are having a wonderful fucking afternoon and or evening. And I think this is controls the music, yeah? Let's get the music back up and running. Wait, hold on. Let me drop down the quality of the music because you guys are not going to hear the quality difference, but it just makes it easier for my side. No, whatever. Here we are. What's up, boys? Now I got you guys in chat. I didn't even see what you guys said. How's everybody doing? We got ourselves El Capitano. We got ourselves Nuggets, Baron, Kyle, Penny, Rowan. We got ourselves Odin, Kren. How you doing, beautiful? Mac, Penny, Baron. How's everybody doing, boys? We're gonna have ourselves a great stream today, man. Great stream. You guys know how it is. Also, again, this mustache for some reason likes to curl. This one is being a little bitch. I got it to curl earlier, but I doesn't want to fucking do it. I don't know what it is, dude. I don't know what it is. I look silly. When only one can curl, the other can't. Maybe I should just do this for the day. I should try to curl this one and this one less of a curl, just so it looks a little bit more symmetrical. I look like a fucking weirdo. Just because this one doesn't want to do it. Come on, you little caterpillar. Please. This is why I need some mustache wax, dude. I lost my mustache wax while moving. I don't have it. You know what else they use for like competitive mustache competitions? Glue. I need some glue. Glitternoid spot. What's Granny, bro? What's up, Penny? Yeah, I look like a fucking dork, but it's okay, boys. When does that ever stop me before, yeah? Alrighty. EU, you know what to do. We got some 5V5 1v1 duels, boys. You know how to put groups together, yeah? Let me just make a quick post about it. Dude, I was actually, I'll be honest, I don't even feel bad about it. I was having fun doing BGs. That's why I'm late today, dude. I was having fun playing BGs. You know what? That's like the best reason to be late, honestly. The best reason. Silver tape, duct tape, that's too weird, dude. But it would look better than having one curl than the other. Yo, Dal, what's up? How you doing, Laura? We got Sashimi, we got Brandon. How you doing, my man? Happy Friday, thick friends. How you doing, my dude? Look at 5 out of 5 Fortune. Awesome, man. Awesome. I want to see some variety today, dude. So let's get some new people in here left and right, yeah? I want to let you guys all play, but I also do want to see some variety in here too, yeah? Just saying. I like seeing variety, man. Here we go. Made the post about the duels. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, now we can go. Now we can join EU. How do I join the duels? I will show you guys in just a moment. What's up, Candy? How you doing, my boy? It's Black Friday. Is today Black Friday? Is it really? Run is Black Friday? I don't do Black Friday, man. I don't go to the stores. I don't like going outside. I'll do Cyber Monday or something. Yeah, I'll buy myself like something online Cyber Monday. That'll be perfect time to buy some Christmas gifts. Alrighty. Yeah, I don't do that, man. Have you seen the videos of people like fighting one another in Walmarts? I don't want to be in between of that, dude. Someone's gonna get shot one day. This is America, dude. Something's gonna go bad, and I don't want to be in between of that. I'll be honest. Alrighty, boys. Log in, hit me up with a real ID, and I'll let you guys know how to join groups. If you guys are looking to join some of the groups for 5V5 1v1 duels, you go to pre-made group, PvP, pre-made group, custom PvP, hit a find a group, hit 5, enter on the keyboard in order to find groups. If there is any for 5V5 1v1 duels, we got some on NA, EU, on Alliance and Horde. I always confuse Alliance Horde, NA and EU. I always mix those up for some reason. I'm just dumb, dude. My brain just stops. What's up, Void Lords? Привет, здорово, здорово. Дела, друг. Ну чё? Let's see his arms opener. You see that little arms opener? I have not. Is there an arms opener right now? Hello? Is that me, or is everyone enjoying the AVPVP level in WoW lately? Yeah, it's really quick. It's awesome. I think they should do more of that, dude. That should be something that's an event once in a while. You know, every like 3 months or something, the event opens up. Level your tunes, boys. Let's go. Because it's actually fun. It's actually fun, dude. They did a pretty good job rebuilding the original AV. And the scaling allows everybody to play. So it's kind of cool. Mid on Horde go, but it's 430 item level required. What? For what? Duels? No, you don't need an item level requirement for duels. That'd be too weird. I don't think anybody has a requirement. We got Night Rav, we got Mac, hit me up, Pixie as well. Let's go to Night Raven first. Invite, spectator, match, Night Raven, and Mac, and 5, enter. First duel of the day, boys. Blades Edge Arena. Beautiful. AV is always favorite BG. Enjoyed it. They fucked up AV a couple expansions ago. It was laggy mess and it's just not super fun. I like this new AV though, where it's actually like it lasts for a good fucking while. And the XP you earn is insane. I love it. I love it. I think it's awesome, man. I think it's great. I don't think it should give you honor, but the XP it gives you will always mean that there's plenty of people leveling through it, dude. I think they should keep it, man. I think they should keep it as a thing. That's awesome. Like a long-ass version of the AV that doesn't have like an end timer for it. You just gotta kill the enemy at the end. Somebody gives up, right? And it can go forever. What's your reality? Dollar hashtag 1340. Make the duels up and going, boys. Switch. Let me also get the music reset. Yeah, I like the song a lot, man. Let me just go again. It's a good song. We got ourselves Team Blue with Apocrypha coming back as an Unholy Death Knight, orange clad in red. We got ourselves Azara as an arcane mage, the OG Azara. Blocks coming in as a feral. We got Nyx. What is this mug? Oh my god, you look like a little prince or something. And Zach in the back. We also got ourselves Candy on Team Red. Fortune sitting in the back. We got Judah Master hanging out back as well. Zooey spelling, I think, sub or assassination with Raven. Gonna be going up first as a rogue. Are they assassination or are they subtlety? Take your bets right now. Azara going up first. Arcane Mage versus Rogue. If this is a sub rogue, it's gonna be impossible to get away. However, if this is an assassination rogue, the better use their shadow step properly. It is gonna be open up with a Garrote into a kidney shot. And oh shit, look at Raven using the Underwatch Frog Trinket. I don't know if that one's that good for rogues, but we'll see today, yeah? That's going to be Ice Block and a Trinket immediately out of Azara. I don't really know what the Trinket did earlier, but that's going to be Ice Block and a reset for Raven. Garrote coming in short, trying to go for maybe another kidney shot soon. Azara is going to send out the Arcane Orb. Kind of like a awkward random direction, literally random direction. Polymorph coming out into Raven. Does he trinket out of it? He does not trinket out of it. Looks like damage from Azara is going to break it instead. Mally on Azara, trying to go for a little bit of a temporal. Invis to follow right after. Breaking out of their own Invis right after this. Does have a safety trinket. Used to get himself a shield. Does gain a little bit of a health, I guess, with his shield. And it gets broken with... I don't even know what Azara was trying to do. They were trying to do something. But I think they never really stood a chance to begin with, by the looks of it. And next is going to be ZKL in up next. Sap early onto Raven as they go for a little bit of a cloak of shadows. Is that going to be a sub rogue or another assassination? Getting a shot in the opener. Most likely another assassination rogue. Letting the poisons flow. Raven letting the kidney shot onto Ezekiel. After trinketing the kidney shot from Ezekiel in the first place. It's going to be a little bit more damage. Shadow step coming out right now. And that's going to be the two rogues kind of at a standstill until somebody lands a kidney shot. Evasion coming out for the both of them. Raven delaying their evasion by a hair. Hoping to maybe live long enough in order to get themselves a shadow step kidney shot, forcing a trinket out of Ezekiel, going for a kidney shot for Ezekiel, sitting in this kidney shot for a moment, does have a vendetta rolling on Raven, kidney shot to fall right after him, and it's going to be full vendetta, lots of damage coursing right now. Mark for the Venom, his safety trinket actually proc, does get an advantage, cheap shot to follow with continuation of damage. Raven actually super low in health, does go for advantage, do the dots do enough damage. Raven is going to go for a crucible in order to get himself a self-heal. Ezekiel was really hoping on the dots to just melt the other rogue. Sap onto Ezekiel, still holding on to a trinket, does have dots, is going to get Raven in combat immediately. Kidney shot coming out, does trinket out of it with a blind onto Raven, and it's going to go for a full reset. Raven does get that Underwatch trinket proccing for them though, so that was quite a bit of health from that trinket. The dot damage alone, if you stay away from the assassin rogue, the dots all have a chance to proc that underride. It's going to be proccing right here. Try to get some damage in. Underride trinket, reversing all that damage. So Raven is actually essentially back with the warrior. Another proc for the underride. What is this? I've never seen this used on rogues, and that is busted good on rogues. What the hell? I thought it was only good for Demon Hunters with all that leech. Gonna be a kid shot on Ezekiel, no trinket available. A perfect opportunity for Raven to turn this damage around. Does throw a Maledict at Ezekiel. Whatever healing he has is gonna collect the shadows for it in order to make sure he gets himself any full heals available. Raven and Ezekiel are very neck to neck on their own. Hell, Ezekiel tried to see if he could buy himself a little bit of time, dropping down smoke bomb, but it's gonna be shadow step by Raven though. And get another kid shot onto Ezekiel. Ezekiel can still get himself a little bit of damage. Trying to continue pumping. That's gonna be double kill by both of the rogues. Almost had the underrun trinket proccing, but didn't quite finish it. And next up is going to be Fortune on Team Red as Raven goes down, and Nix is going to be taking the place where Ezekiel was. So both of the rogues going down at the same time. That was something worth looking at. Nix is going to be playing himself the Unholy Death Knight this time, instead of the good old Frost DK that he used to play. Stun onto Fortune, interrupting his Fist of Fury. Going to be instant trinket out of Fortune, though. That's going to be Nix going for a trinket after that leg sweep, getting him in the cap right after. Fortune's perfect opportunity to go for some damage. Just going to get a disarm onto Nix, stopping him from doing any kind of damage. That's going to be a little bit of a goblin jump in order to kind of leap away a little bit from Fortune. Fortune looking to kite the DK a little bit around the arena. Fist of Fury coming down. Still is going to be able to get the Apocalypse rolling with all the army of undead running. And the army of the dead is going to slowly but surely make the way over to Fortune. But he does get himself quite a bunch of vivifies. Nix unable to connect again with this Ring of Peace, booping him away. He's trying to get a slow onto Fortune. That's going to be short pet stun. So next time he has Strangulate, it's going to be heavily DR'd. Needs to be aware of the fact that he's DR'd himself. Fist of Fury attacking him all over again, dropping down Abomination. That's going to be immediate karma out of Fortune. Hoping to get all the cooldowns out of Nix. That's going to be AMS easily for Nix with a death pack right afterwards. Disarm coming out, so Nix can't even go offensive. And Fortune looking to jump down, maybe looking for another port, just looking to get some line of sight and get away from Nix, kite him around the corner, get as many vivifies as he can, wait out his cooldowns. It will be a perfect opportunity to actually go at Nix while the Necrotics were up from Deathpack, but I guess he was waiting for his stun for a little bit. Fist of Fury surrounding Nix, not a lot he can really do. Trying to go for Death Strikes while he can. Could go for Transfusion if he has it. Might need Transfusion right now. Does he even have Transfusion? IBF coming out. That's going to be IBF. Not even Lichborn. Unfortunately, is going to peel out of there immediately. Not going to give Nix a target to Death Strike off of. So Nix is really very behind on damage right now. He has to get himself a bunch of Death Strikes. Early stun into Fortune before he can even connect. Trying to go for as much haste damage, but it's going to be locked out with his Fist of Fury. Trying to grip him on the Fist of Fury. This is how much Nix can't even Death Strike anymore. And down he goes with a Whirling Dragon Punch out of Fortune. Fortune outplaying the Unholy Death Knight playstyle. Apocrypha already coming out, pet all beefed up and ready to go. Another Unholy DK, seeing if he might be able to stand a chance against Fortune, as Fortune is able to completely counteract the other enemy. And that's going to be Touch of Death coming out. Fortune beefing up his health quite a bit. That's going to be unused heal trinket to increase his health while also popping wall. Apocrypha taking a massive chunk of his health out with that single Touch of Death. Fortune barely got as much damage into it. Went in for a full, tried to go for a big old one shot, increasing his overall health pool in order to make Touch of Death. Baseline works off of your health and all the damage you add on top of it, making it stronger. Apocrypha still is somewhat necrotic out through the Dark Pact. That drops off IBF to rotate afterwards, and as Death Strikes are coming out, Fortune disarming the DK. That's going to be some rockets. Don't even think they even connected with Fortune. Death Pact not available, but that's going to be Transfusion available for Apocrypha. Big Death Strikes are coming out. Huge healing as he's just trying to see if he can deal with Fortune. It looks like the healing is not big enough. Maybe Fortune just stopped doing as much damage as it could. Apocrypha didn't have the runic power. I would have expected huge heals. And Prox is the last man standing on Team Blue. So wait, seriously, what was that healing? Death Strikes. I was expecting huge because he's taking so much damage. But then they weren't. And I'm thinking maybe Fortune just stopped doing damage while the Death Strikes were coming out. Because Death Strikes are stronger the more damage you take in the last 5 seconds. He was like, I'm just gonna not hit you. Prox getting locked out into an opener with a Fist of Fury is running the Underrod Trinket to leverage a little bit of healing. That's going to be one of his traits proccing right now with that shield that procs. And that's going to be a karma out of the 14 right now, just trying to turn any defensive pressure into an offensive opportunity. Leg sweep, locking down Prox, forcing Trinket out of him. Dorn's coming out, incapping him to hold him in place, and it's going to actually boop him out of the way. 14 is getting himself a full reset. Prox is looking for a reset, but Prox is on lower side of health. He is going to be losing out on some damage from that one trait that is, I think, waterlogged, or I think it's called waterlogged. but it's a trait that deals damage as long as you're not below 50% health. Once you drop below 50% health, it gives you a small shield and then puts that trait on a 45-second cooldown, so you won't be able to use the damage from the procs that you get out of it. And procs playing bleed play style, all those bleeds can proc it. That's going to be a massive touch of death. Fortune popping in wall, looking to maybe get a big old wall in onto procs. Going to be walling this. Touch of death, taking down not nearly as much damage as Fortune was hoping that would do. That wall was huge, and procs tried to heal himself ASAP. So Fortune, that's going to be walled down. No karma for 30 seconds or so. Just needs to survive a little bit longer before he's able to get himself another approach. Prox is going to try to get back in there, try to go for an opener, but an incap comes out instead. Lexip to follow. That was actually a buy that he went for. The animation was just delayed, kind of. Fist of Fury locking down Prox, having to go for another heal again. Renewal, wall available. He has one more charge of wall in Fortune. Again, it's going to just go for a little bit of kite. Fortune is just going to go in. Every time he has damage, every time he doesn't, he's going to stay the hell out. For Prox, needs to get those bleeds. And needs to get this Prox going. Look at Fortune's health. You got a couple Prox from those bleeds. So that was huge. Fortune increasing his health right now in order to try to see if he can stay on top of procs. That's going to be Fist of Fury into the wall. Thorns are up, but that's going to be a karma for those thorns, which is perfect for Fortune. He needs to get as much damage into those thorns in order to let the karma heal him while doing damage back to procs. Procs trying to avoid him, not canceling those thorns, using those thorns slow as best they can. Big old stun onto Fortune right now, and procs with barely any health needs to get himself a massive swiftman. Does not have renewal for 40 more seconds. Does not have a wall for 40 more seconds. So it looks like he might have to go for a big heal, using Crucible defensively, which is going to put him behind on the damage out here, as Fortune still just has so much raw damage. Catching procs with an incap, probably going to go with a Lex Cube. Trinket available for procs if things go bad is going to hit him with a Fist of Fury first, going into barrel form just to increase his health by a little bit, but it looks like he actually might be out of all options. Can procs come back out of this? Fortune is literally on him the whole time. Lex Cube, Trinket coming out. Fortune does pop wall and is going to be able to lock out procs at the very end. Took him down, didn't even give him a chance. Let me some doses. What's up, AJ? Yo, double unholy doesn't stand a chance for a Windwalker Monk, dude. Damn. Alrighty, boys. First one of the day. Let's get another group going, yeah? Fortune with a classic fucking run and hide and run out only when he's ready to take some damage. I mean, that's how you're supposed to play as a monk. What can you do, right? What is it, 50? 49? Here we go, 49, boys. 5-5, 2 new. Alright, Rowan, sounds good. Pixie, do you have a group or not? I don't think he has a group. Alright, next person that is ready. Get some new people in. Like 2 new people. No groups? Yo, if you guys want to join for some 5v5 with those who don't find groups or make some groups, you guys are more than welcome to. Go to Player vs. Player, pre-made group, custom PvP, find a group, type 5, enter, and you'll find some groups on the Horde. Or if you want to go to the Alliance, you can also find them there as well. If you guys want to start groups that you don't see, you guys can start them yourself. Go to start group, call it something like 5v5 1v1 Duels, and get some people in there until you have 5, you plus 4 other people. Add me on real ID, Dalaran hashtag 1340 assassin chat. If you guys got a group, you can advertise that in the chat as well. Yes, this is EU, dude. Friday EU, Saturday NA. I think we do have it scheduled down below in the description. Not a lot of people check it out, but it is there technically if you guys ever want to reference it. Max says he got 5. I'm gonna delist myself just because I'm not actually one making groups. Gonna get Tasty in. So do we get Rowan and we get Tasty? Mac or Taste? Mac or Rowan? Mac or Rowan? Or do we get Not Raven? I think Mac or Not Raven. I don't know. We're gonna do a coin flip. Alrighty. Night Raven is heads, Mac is tails. Tails head. Heads. Okay, he's heads. He's tails. Okay, Night Raven it is. I think it's a 50-50. Wait a sec. Alright. Gonna taste real quick? Alright. I'm gonna wait. Mighty 9. Yeah. True GCD blocked. The action only available to the Blizzard UI? Why is GCD blocking that? What the fuck? Huh? Hold on, stream. What's up, Warlord? I don't see any alliance. That'll help. You guys can make your own groups on alliance if you don't see any. Raises to sheep banner. To sheep. I don't know what that is. Привет, бро. Хорошего стрима и настроения. Россия с тобой. Здорово, скинда. Здорово, как дела? Dude, so many Russians in here, man. What's up, dude? Monks are not punks. Nah, they're punks, dude. Come on, dude. Just come in, beat you up, take your money, run away. Fucking Fist of Furies and all? They're crazy, dude. I was surprised how good that underwater trinket was for that rogue, by the way. How they kill one another. Oh, I love that when that happens. The two of them just fighting one another. Alright, yo, Night Raven, you're taking a second, so we're gonna get back. Rowan, unless you got him real quick. Ready? Alright, how he's rain ready. Night Raven. Gotcha. You have no target. ROINE, Night Raven 5. Invite spectator match. Does I have no target? Is one of you offline? Rowan? Are you offline? Hello? Rowan? Rowan is online. Night Raven is online. Huh. Try again. Was in offline mode? Okay, that would do it. Alrighty. Let me get the duels playlist going. Mugambala, dude. Let's hope there's no Pharaohs on either team. Holy crap. If there's a Pharaoh on that team, on either side, dude. They're gonna love this map. This is like the best map for Pharaohs. This is also a cheesy ass map for Paladins and Monks, dude. Super cheesy. Switch. What do we got? We got ourselves today Team Blue. Looks like they're ready to go. We got Born Lich playing what looks like unholy DK. We got Broken Spec playing Retribution Paladin with adaptation. So this man really thinks his spec is actually broken. We'll see how well he can play it, dude. Wait, is that Zakati? Because Zakati has a full set. Is that Zakati? I wouldn't be surprised if it was Zakati. We got Dumpling. Oh, Lumberjack Dumpling. Looking good, my dude. We got Hamburger playing as a Boomkin with... What's your name? Wheelwin? I'm not gonna mess it up 100%, but you look good, dude. It looks like a nomad. Can't tell. I think he's a beast mastery. I can't tell if there's a weapon. It has to be hunter or something, right? Canny, or I mean, of course it's a hunter, but a beastmaster, I think. Canny on team red as a fire mage, going up first with Fortune in the back. They got Judo, they got Tasty hanging out on the bike, dude. And Zooey. Oh wait, there's Zakati. For some reason I thought that might be Zakati. You know what? Because he has a full elite set for the plate, so I thought maybe. But it's going to be Canny up first. He's going up versus Ilwin off the bat. We do see that he's actually survival, so the weapon was actually blending into his totem. Looks like as if it's like a carrying case for his totem. Polymorph coming out early. It's going to be Ring of Frost onto the pet. Actually might be a short poly. Actually, no, it won't be perfect amount of poly. And it might just walk in to that Ring of Frost. Gonna be Canny going for full combustion, trying to get as much damage. It's gonna repalm over the pet, so Ilwin doesn't get any pet sack out of it. It looks like he actually might be down for the count. Meteor coming down. Does he not get hit by it? Might have to go for a turtle show right now. Trying to go for a double crucible heal with acceleration to follow. This might be his perfect opportunity to go offensive. Instead, he just puts Canny on ice, trying to catch himself a bit of a reset. That was a lot of damage out of a fire mage, and this man was cool and collected, still holding on turtle shell. All he had himself is a double crucible and acceleration, but he was doing just fine. Didn't have to heal until he really needed to. That was perfectly well played. That's going to be a temporal for Canny. It's going to have himself a little bit of healing back after this. Ilwin using some really off the hand LOS size. Going to be a ring, and that's going to actually get a stun onto the polymorph onto Canny. Trying to go for a little bit of a greater pyroblast. It looks like it's going to be a harpoon. Ilwin is still in the bad spot. Is actually going to go down to living bomb. Very unlucky. Didn't have the turtle for it. If it turtled any part of it, or maybe probably used the turtle maybe a little bit earlier. And Canny, look at you. You BMing him, dude. You BMing him. What is this? Taking a screenshot with the guy. Are you kidding me? Hamburger over there. Ready to punish him. Hit him with a cyclone in the opener. Got himself a little bit of resources from casting solo Raz. So Hamburger is going to have to be a little bit of a hard time. Hopefully he's playing a proc-based build Boomkin, because that actually might help him a lot. Looks like he's getting quite a bit of procs into Candy. Barely got a lot of hits in. That's going to be a big old Star Surge in there. As long as he keeps the dots on him, Candy might melt to the procs on his own. That might be the only way you have to play as a Boomkin for these duels, as Candy is getting himself a shield. Needs to break that shield immediately. Going to be a Star Surge around the corner. I'm not seeing any more procs. If Hamburger has himself a full proc playstyle with the Shark Trinket from EP, the Shiver Venom has himself all the procs for his essences, he might be in a really good spot. But I guess we'll just have to wait and see what he ends up playing. Candy out with a shield. His health is dropping down quite a bit, actually. And it's not a huge number, but the dots, the procs, are doing quite a number. And Candy trying to see if he can get some food. Hamburger is going to go sell, try to go for a Nova. Not going to happen. And Hamburger is going to redot him. That's going to be a breath to connect with a Ring of Frost to follow. Does Hamburger trinket out of it? This man is ready for a G-Pie. Is actually going to trick at the last moment and re-stealth. And it's going to let the procs continue doing the work. Kenny going for safety trinket procking. That's going to be his temporal. Not going to get any kind of healing that does get interrupted to Hamburger. And looks like the procs are melting him quite a bit. Safety trinket, shield coming up right now is going to get a breath onto Hamburger. Cannot polymorph the guy because he isn't boom conforming. Kenny, your shield is not going to hold up for too much longer. You got to make a move. You got to make a play. I think he's waiting for the next breath playstyle and trying to go for a big combustion onto Hamburger. That's the only thing he might be able to do. Actually, might even be able to trip his cauterize right now. Kenny is dipping down in health little by little. Hamburger making sure to keep him dotted. That's going to be Ice Block coming out. No, Kenny delaying that cauterize by a hair. Might need to get a breath and burst on the Hamburger. Hamburger trying to min-max the difference, min-max the range. Hey, Ring of Frost coming out. Hamburger does not get hit by it. And Kenny might just go down with the cauterize. Might have to Ice Block. Temporal coming out. Ice Block comes in. Is going to gain back a lot of that health through Temporal. 3 minutes in. Still no dampening on the guy just yet. But it's actually clean of all the dots. He's going to go for a bit of invis. That's going to give him at least some health regeneration as long as Hamburger is active and aware where the guy is trying to go for a bit of AoE, giving himself away. So Hamburger did give himself away. Kenny might be able to get a breath playstyle rolling there. Breath, maybe a Ring of Frost right after, trying to go for some food immediately maybe. As soon as Hamburger's running the other direction. No! Kenny's got himself some shields and going for food immediately. Hamburger is on the case immediately. Trying to get the dots rolling. Kenny trying to get himself a big of a pyroblast rolling. He does have shields. The dampening is going to kill Kenny here. Hamburger is playing to the best playstyle he can. Breath missing completely. Kenny unable to get himself a setup. Does get a Nova onto Hamburger. He shifts out of it. And Kenny trying to get as many pyroblasts as he can. Temporal is up. It's going to get a bit of healing. But Hamburger already got the dots. The procs are going to be happening. You just got to be patient and wait for them. Going to be an interrupt onto Hamburger as he's going for a little bit of a regrowth. And he's just using bear form just to see if he can break through that shield. Breath into a Ring of Frost. Does have a trinket in the last second. So Hamburger could break out of that trinket immediately. And Silence Kenny is going to go for a re-stealth instead. Try to get a Lunar Strike. Hopefully get some dots rolling on the Kenny as long as he has damage on him. The procs will be strong. Perfect opportunity to get some setup. Is going to go for a shield right as he gets hit with a Star Surge. And dampening rolling into the 5-minute mark. Kenny better make a play ASAP. He's not going to get himself any food. Hamburger came by just to interrupt him on food. Redotting the guy up. Couple temporal coming out for Kenny as he's getting a couple pyroblasts back to him. Trying to go for roots. Not going to happen. Silence on the Kenny. Unable to do anything right now. And he's still melting to the dots. Hopefully Hamburger has all the dots in order to make the work here. Kenny does get himself a shield, delaying the damage, trying to go for food, and Hamburger's in stealth. Nova came out. Perfect opportunity for Hamburger to get back in. Breath coming out again. Is that going to be a Ring of Frost? It is. Does it connect? It does. Kenny, this is your opportunity to get a one-shot. Otherwise, I think you lose. Hamburger, Bark Skin, a little bit early. Meteor coming down. That's going to be a full combustion coming out. Trying to go for a Cyclone. Trying to ditch out the Cyclone. Trying to juke out. The damage is going to get interrupted, and Hamburger is quite low on health. Kenny is trying to get offensive right now. Hamburger just needs to survive this long enough. He does survive the combustion damage. Perfect opportunity for him to go offensive right now. Doesn't even need an incarnation or anything. Just trying to maintain those dots on the Kenny. Go to Pyroblast trying to come out. Does he have a way to stop it? Looks like Great Pyroblast does connect, and he turns it around on a Hamburger. No! Hamburger finally found the playstyle that lets him stay competitive, and Kenny just let out a fat greater pyro on the guy. Saved the trick and procket for Kenny. Double shield for him with his own shields. Does get a root onto Duplin, who's going to throw him into fear. Just to get him a little bit extra. Trying to see if he does have reflect. Doesn't have reflect. Is going to polymorph him. Greater Pyroblast. So Scanners is going to go offensive right after. Duplin is going to pop a reflect in the last second. Kenny gets hit with a Greater Pyro. And now he needs to go for a reset. Kenny? Does he have invis? 3 minutes. He needs to mount up immediately. He does have a shield. Maybe he can go for a... Oh, Stormbolt. Duplin. Nope. Duplin got hit in a... Oh. How is Cat is still alive, dude? Duplin just needed the one to execute on the guy. That's going to be some first aid for Kenny. Actually went in for food. Actually mounting up. Kenny needs to make sure he has a shield before that Stormbolt. Every single time. Because that Stormbolt is going to be the end of you. Make sure you have a shield early. Shield early, shield often. Hopefully he has maybe a human Rachel to work off of that. It's going to get a little bit of a blink. Stormbolt coming out. Does land a breath on a Duplin somehow, though. I don't know how that happened. But he did do it. With the polymer to follow. And Duplin does not have reflect for it. Actually, Kenny would love a reflect right now. Kenny would want to be reflected on. Because that polymer would heal him. Pyroblast coming out for Kenny with the Ring of Frost on Duplin. It's going to not... Oh, does freeze him. Does a reflect. I still think if he would have cast out that Greater Pyro, it would have hit Duplin before it would have hit the reflect. That's going to be Candace, still alive, still surviving. 2 people down under his belt. Duplin trying to see if he can find himself an opportunity. And one Stormbolt with a little bit of burst is all he needs. Candy has Ice Block back up, Temporal back up, and Viz back up in about a minute. Trinket up in 9 seconds. So he's got himself a perfect opportunity, dude. I'm still trying to get over how Hamburger, dude, my boy, always trying to play Boomy, struggled to get as close as he could to Canny, and then one Greater Pyro changed the game, dude. That's going to be a charge for Duplin. Does get hit with a breath. Polymorph to follow. Duplin, no trinket available. Could go for Enraged Regeneration. Could that be a ring for Candy? Will it even work? No, Meteor coming down instead. Candy trinketed out of it. Combustion coming out. Duplin is going to go for a mass heal with a bit of Reflect. Reflect is down. There's going to be Ice Block for Candy, just trying to not take 80 damage from Duplin. And not going to let him heal either. Maybe that's why you went for an Ice Block. That explains it, actually. I was thinking, like, he didn't need to Ice Block that, did he? Gonna be a short charge for Duplin. Is playing Stormbolt, so he doesn't have the double charge. Fear onto Canny. Buy himself a little bit of time. Breath by Canny with a Ring of Frost. Duplin's gonna be able to trinket out of it, though. Should probably trinket ASAP. Greater Pyroblast trying to come out for Canny. Probably could have maybe waited for the trinket. Reflect at the very last second. Does interrupt Canny on fire damage for a little bit, but is that gonna be enough, though? Greater Pyroblast looking like it's still gonna make a play. Stormbolt coming out by Duplin. Delaying that thing. Charging to Canny. Does get himself a Bloodthirst into a Rampage. Save trinket coming back for Kenny. Needs to get himself just a little bit of extra time. Meteor onto Duplin. Does he land the execute onto Kenny? He's so close. Scorches are coming out. Could Kenny turn this around? Trying to go for a slow shield up for Kenny. Reflect up for Duplin. Trying to interrupt Kenny. Scorches are still coming out. Cauterize coming in. Doesn't have any health at all. Duplin does get himself a bit of a heal. It does land that execute, dude. What was that? Was Zooey opening up in the kidney shot of the sub-rogue. Not gonna let Duplin get a full honor duel. Duplin does get himself one last Bloodthirst to maybe come back, but doesn't get it. That was so close, dude. Canny and Duplin. Canny was playing behind the whole time. Oh, man. I think there was one moment where I feel like Canny could have let a Pyroblast fly out. Get one Great Pyro fly, and that wouldn't have reflected from Duplin and would have probably ended up being an early kill, but decided to go for a little bit of a different play. Gonna be Zooey opening up with Shadow Blades on the pet to get the calm points. Nightblade onto Born Lich, does get a stun on him. IBF coming out immediately out of Born Lich with a stun to Zooey. Trickens out of it while Evasion is still running, trying to funnel those Shadow Strikes into Born Lich back to back. Maledict to follow onto Born Lich. Would be a perfect time if Born Lich goes for any kind of damage, but he's not going to be able to. I don't really know if Zooey needed to go for a Mali that early onto Born Lich. Oh, but Born Lich made a mistake. He was completely necrotic, and he went for a Death Pact, and his cell didn't even move. All that heal that came from Death Pact got absorbed into necrotic, and you know what? Instead of it was a whole nother bar of necrotic. Born Lich completely screwed himself over on that one. Zooey trying to get away from the chain of ice the best he can. Does vanish out. Born Lich, no health available. If Zooey has a cold blood, this could be literally one global to finish up Born Lich. He has no health at all. Transfusion didn't work for the guy. Trying to go for AMS early. He's panicking at this point. He knows that death is coming anytime soon. Does Zooey get himself a reset with a cold blood? No, he leaves. He just leaves. And looks like Broken Spec is going to be the last man standing on Team Blue with Zooey there to finish him off. Oh my goodness. Dude, Duplin, dude, made it so much better. I know, right? Why did Broken Spec attack the monk? He is playing against Zooey. She's going to be a little bit of a Shield of Vengeance for Broken Spec right now into a blind, hoping to see if he can... Actually, Broken Spec is playing adaptation with Zooey, hoping for a bop or a bubble out of the guy. I don't know if he really needed to go for a blind like that. He does catch a reset that way. He didn't have a vanish up, so Broken Spec now should be aware. He's not fighting monks. He was attacking a monk for a second there. But he's fighting no other than Zooey. Zakari, which is a DK main on his sub-rogue. I like the fact that he is trying out subtlety. I like the fact that he is playing subtlety. I think that makes it so much more fun that way. Gonna be a kinder shot onto Broken Spec as Zooey is trying to funnel as much damage into him. Back-to-back stuns, actually bailing away with that cheap shot. Doesn't even follow up with that finisher. Actually keeping those calm points from the cheap shot by the looks of it to go for another setup onto Broken Spec as he goes for a full Flash of Light heal. He doesn't get himself fully up. The dampening is at 45%. Not going to be able to fully recover. It looks like Zooey actually might take those extra calm points and maybe open up with a Nightblade on Broken Spec. Does do exactly as I said. Cheap shotting after shadow stepping past the guy. This way he wants to go for as much damage. Does get another Viscery. Bubble coming out for Broken. And Zoe gonna go for that cloak or shadows. Try to see if he can just sprint away from Broken Spec to catch a reset. I guess he wanted to pre-cloak in case he gets hit with a Hodge. And Broken is gonna go for a little bit of a reset here. Bop available for Broken Spec. That is actually gonna be quite value against Zoe. The only thing Zoe will be able to do is send a Maledict at the guy to stop him from healing. But it might be enough, honestly. Shield of Vengeance back up for Broken Spec. Has a Bop, has Shield of Vengeance, has adaptation. So Zoe's gonna have to sap him in order to get through adaptation. Does have Shadow Blades available too. Shadow Strike, Knife Blade, get a shot to follow. This Broken Spec bobs his damage as Zoe's just unloading a full form of damage. Back-to-back Eviscerates right now. Cheap shot right after. And looking like he wants to peel away. Is going to hit him with a Maledict right now. Trying to see if he can break through Shield of Vengeance. The Shield of Vengeance is so much weaker because of the dampening. He's trying to heal through it. Shield of Vengeance popping back at Zoe. Bob coming out right now. Is fully necrotic out. Cannot go for a heal. Necrotics fall off. Brandis goes for a little bit of a heal while wings are up. And Zoe is looking for a full reset. Broken Spec cannot recover fast enough in order to get his health back up and running. He got wings rolling, but he cannot recover fast enough at all. Hopefully Zoe has some calm points off of that last opener to go for a Knife Blade into a cheap shot and go in for damage right away. Trying to wait out the wings maybe. Looks like exactly what he's trying to do is opening up with a Shadow Strike, Knife Blade to follow. Broken Spec getting the 1 minute cooldown on those wings, but it's going to be a full kitted shot by Zoe. Shadow Strike's a back-to-back, trying to see if he can get a finish in a cheap shot, trying to go for as much damage. Blinder to Broken Spec while he has nothing left. Just trying to go for a clean 100, and oh, Sap is going to break immediately. He's probably going to go for a double Sap right after, isn't he? But he just leaves. He just leaves. What? That's 2 people that just left. And 2 people against Zoe. He would have had 3 kills. Yeah, because he never... What? Oh my god. That was some games, dude. That was some matches right there. What the hell? 2 people left. Zoe, what are you doing? They were like, I don't even care about this rogue, dude. I don't even care. Oh my god. Alright, boys, let's get another one going. Let me show you guys how to join in groups. Good job, Zakati. Yo, what's up, Dan? How you doing, man? Sup, fam? How you doing, my dude? Hope you got a great Thanksgiving, my man. I hope you're having a good one, my guy. We're having fun with some EU 5V5 1v1 duels right now, my boy. Then tomorrow will be NA 5V5 1v1 duels, hanging out with the boys. How you gonna rub Zakati? It feels like that. Well, I can't blame him, dude. They were like, well, the game was over. Group ready? Athman got a group. Let's get Athel versus Mac. Because Mac's been waiting. Mac's been ready. Athel, man, and Mac. I know that Night Raven had Tasty on his team, but I feel like Tasty might have to join Athman or somebody in order to actually get any play, dude. All the other dudes that Night Raven got, he got himself like rank 1s and shit, man. What the hell? Or at least people that are very, very good at the duels. The face one YouTuber makes better PvP as the Blizzard. Dude, I would love... Dude, Blizzard needs to hire me to do their events for the arena tournament stuff, dude. You know what I mean? I think it'd be fun as hell. I think it'd be great. Requeue? Okay, I'm gonna requeue. Atheman and Mac. Hopefully that doesn't break the game. Here we go. Now we should be good. Who do we have this time, boys? Who do we have this time? Switch. Oh, we got music in here. That's Russian. Music. Switch. Alrighty. We got ourselves Team Red with, oh my goodness, Athel. What is that mug? He got himself like a full rainbow setup, my guy. Athel Pride in the chat, boys. We also got Darkos hanging out in the back as a survival hunter. Oh, I like the shoulders. That's not elite shoulders, are they? I think it's a normal. We got, oh Jesus, that's from Russian. Anger. A-N-G-I-E-R-E-S-A. Anger. We'll call him Anger. And Janezar. Jesus, so many Russians here did missing. Ah! What the? What server is that? Gorduni? That's the name of the server. What is that supposed to be in English? We also got a Jara on Team Blue. I think playing more of that Arcane Mage, maybe. We got Prox playing more of that Feral Druid in the back. Nice. Going back to the... Oh, still playing on Holy, actually. UKL coming in as a DH, and Valkorian going up as a Kobrak-looking Fury Warrior. I like it. It's going to be UKL first. Try to give whoever is going to be on the enemy team an honor duel, but it does look like they figured out who's going first or last. Are you Worgen? Oh, that looks cool. That actually looks so good, dude. Those eyes look so good. I gotta give him credit, dude. The Worgen look amazing. Mizik is gonna be up first as, I want to say, either sub or an assassination rogue is gonna open up a cheap shot. Maybe a Garrote after. Looks like it is gonna be an assassination rogue. Getting the dots up and running into Mizik. It's been a while since I've seen assassination rogue open up with a cheap shot. Usually it's got Rupture Mark for this kidney shot. But that's going to be UKL going up in the air off the bat. Mizik popping in Cloak of Shadows and trying to see if he can bail out of there. If he had Smoke Bomb, he actually could have popped Smoke Bomb and then reset. But it's going to go for a bit of a proc-based playstyle. UKL does have himself the Underrod Trinket, using their Crucibles as a self-heal. Double Crucibles is actually going to be behind in damage. Kidney shot coming on to UKL. He's going to Trinket out of him immediately. It looks like Mizik is supposed to go for a little bit of sustained damage. He's popping in Vendetta right now, though. UKL popping in his own damage as he's going into full Metamorphosis. Mizik trying to stay offensive here, but UKL is a Metamorphosis. That stun could end you. Stun onto Mizik with an I-beam. Does get a safe Trinket proc and blind on UKL while he's low. Maybe that's exactly what Mizik tried to go for. Get as much out onto UKL as he could. Hit him with a blind, sap, reset, and this should be game unless UKL gets any Underrod procs. You know, Mizik's opener, he just used Vendetta, so most of his damage is going to be kind of gone out of here. Also, kind of opener, you're going to go for full kidney shot. Underrod Trinket is proccing. Might be enough to keep him alive. And that thing actually was enough just to get a little bit of that damage leverage. Is going to go for another Underrod. Crucible coming out. Darkness falling for UKL. Landing a stun into Mizik with an I-beam. Just shredding through the guy. So much damage out of the I-beam. Mizik looking to catch himself a concoction and catch a reset. Sprinting away from UKL. But he's forced to fight back with the guy. He's trying to at least reset his dots. Kidney shot onto UKL. Might have enough here. Underrod Trinket proccing yet again. UKL using any kind of healing. No offensive Crucible, just trying to outlive Mizik. That's going to be Mark for Death in Venom for Mizik. Barely has any health. Cheat Death coming out. Does he have enough? UKL looks like he's going to be able to take him out. Underrod Trinket keeping him alive. The dots alone could end him right now, though. Do they or do they not? Stun onto Atherman early up with a little bit of an I-beam. Atho's adaptation does delay by a little bit. For some reason, Atherman's adaptation delayed by a hair. You see that? Because he got stunned 1 second, 2 seconds, then it like proc. It's like, what? Pretty sure stun is supposed to be a 4 second. I'm pretty sure adaptation is supposed to get through a 5 second. Could lag influence it? I don't even know, but that's going to be an opener by MML Procs, playing that Pharaoh versus Atho. Perfect playstyle, big bleeds and thorns just to go through all that ironclad armor. Athoman looking to catch himself a little bit of reset. Procs Jason right behind him. Shield of Vengeance coming up. Atho could turn that Shield of Vengeance as an offensive. Gonna be Procs trying to see if he can proc through that shield. It does get through it. Execution set its up, but the Procs could be a hodge by Atho. While coming out for Procs ahead of time. Atho might have to bop or bubble this one. Bubble coming out immediately, but he's still staying hyper offensive. Nope. Chooses at the last moment. As soon as he sees Procs getting out of there, I'm just gonna go for flashlight, heal myself, reset. Not gonna let Procs catch a re-stealth at least. He's gonna keep him in combat as best as he can. Procs sleeping on top of the guy. Hodge coming down. Middle line Wings comes in, and Atho, perfect opportunity for him to get quite a bit of damage. Procs is under on Trinket, doing quite a lot of healing. Second wall coming out for Procs as he wants to stay in combat and do as much damage to Atho as he can. Perfect opportunity for Atho though to catch a couple of heals while he got Wings up and running. Looks like he's actually gonna be moving out of there. What is that? Essence, we don't see that often, but that's gonna be, what do you call it? What do you even call the Essence? Ripple in space? He's actually gonna be rippling out of there, man. Does he have the Elite Force? Does he have the epic version of that? Does he have the cosmetic version of that Essence? Did you just do a bunch of world PvP for that thing? Why? That's such a weird Essence, but he does give him plenty of mobility. Maybe against Procs that could be huge. Just the ability just to get out of there in case things ever go bad. That's going to be Atho breaking out of the stun pretty early on. That's a lot of bleeds running on him though. Stun into Procs. Wings are coming down. Procs ain't going to Trinket out of it. He's still holding on to Trinket if things ever go bad. Atho going to drop him down to half-ish health. He can still keep trucking it on, but that's going to be Thorns delaying any damage out of Atho. He's actually super low on health. Barely any healing available. No bop, no bubble. Interrupted on his Holy Light cast. Needs to get out of that situation. Try to flash the light out of there. Big bite to close out that game as Procs does not even give Atherman a chance to come back. Not even give him a chance. And Janezar is up next, giving Procs a little bit of an honor duel, a little bit of opportunity to reset, and it's going to open up with the stun on the guy before he catches a re-stealth, using Crucibles offensively like a Demon Hunter should. Stun to follow onto Procs. Actually going to back up for a second. Procs got in a bad spot, chooses, you know what, I guess I'm just going to run away from the guy. Catch a couple of heals. Underrod Trinket is going to be huge for Procs here right now. Is he just trying to get himself a reset? Janezar is staying aggressive though, as a Demon Hunter should. Because once the Pharaoh catches a reset, that's going to be strong bleeds. Thorns are up. He's actually just up in darkness, thinking he can actually just damage through those thorns in cap into Procs in prison for just a second. Waiting out those thorns for a moment. Stun onto Procs. Again, now he goes in for the damage while those thorns are done. While available for Procs, still holding on to Trinket, unless he went for a full Relentless build. Which I don't think he would. It looks like he's eating full stuns. Big damage on the Procs. Barely any health. Does not have renewal for those. And Janezar actually just one-shotting the guy out of nowhere. And Prox is looking again for a full reset right now. He's just looking to get the hell out of that situation. Big metamorphosis for Janezar as he's trying to catch up to Prox, lagging a little bit, but he's still on him, not letting the counter resettle. Finally, Tricky comes out of Prox. He's still on the run. Janezar, does he have any more failed rushes to catch up? He does. Stun into Prox, shortest stun in the world. Blade Dance to follow. Maybe he has a Crucible. Big bite out of Prox right now with a Bash to follow. No! Janezar taking Prox out, and it's going to go straight into Nyx while Metamorphosis is up. Going to take that momentum that he used while dueling against Prox and just transfer it onto Nyx. Nyx better be ready. This is a perfect opportunity for him to get a bunch of healing going. Janezar is also going to get quite a bit of healing too. Lots of things to cleave while Demonic Form is up. Getting gripped in as he's trying to bail out Nyx using Lichborn in order to survive this damage, but he's going to be super slowed. So Janezar is just going to back up as soon as Nyx is using Lichborn. I think that might be the best way of going about it. Just like, there's no point of giving the Death Knight any reason to attack you. You know, do as much damage as he can. He's going to get interrupted onto an I-beam. And Nyx actually used majority of his offensive pressure already. So now, he just got to go for a little bit more sustain, a little bit of heal-heavy playstyle. For Janezar, it's a perfect opportunity, man. 3 pets for Nyx. That's a perfect opportunity for Janezar to do a lot of cleaving. Every time he I-beams, it's going to be a lot of leech. Blade Dance alone is just going to put a dot on all those pets, and all that leech is going to be huge for him. Nyx is trying to set himself up a little bit on necrotics. Most of his big cooldowns are not up anymore. Just trying just to beef up the pet, get some necrotic pressure onto Janezar. Hopefully Janezar goes down over time, but that demonic, look at how much damage and how much healing he gets just from cleaving all those pets. Bailing away from Nyx, he's got himself even one defensive AMS. Doesn't want to sink any of that chaos damage into the AMS. Check it out for Nyx. Dust of Death Pact, Dust of Lichborn if things go bad. There goes the Death Strikes coming out with Transfusion. Big grip onto Janezar. He goes for Imprison immediately. Trying to bail away from the guy. Transfusion should be going down. That's going to be a Death Pact up for Nyx. And Janezar does get himself Demonic Form. Perfect opportunity to put lots of pressure onto Nyx as he's get himself the Army of the Dead. And perfect opportunity for Janezar to get a lot of healing out of all those pets. Huge stun on all those pets. Opportunity for him to get a little bit of soul shards from those pets. 30% per enemy stunned, unless it's only on players. And Janezar is actually taking quite a lot of pressure. That is an Army of the Dead with an Abomination. Not a lot of health available. No! How? I felt like Janezar was ahead until the Army of the Dead joined in. Maybe he didn't have any more Crucibles available, and he just sunk all of those offensively. Nyx outlived the guy completely. AMS coming out as Anger is up next. At least I'm going to call him Anger. I don't really know how to say that name fully. Gonna be Nyx with a bit of a transfusion, going for Death Strike, still outliving this Demon Hunters. If you can go from one Demon Hunter into the next, this would be perfect for the guy. Stun onto Anger for just a moment as they go for a full-on Metamorphosis. Nyx better tank up right here. Lichborn coming up in 12 seconds. You might be able to leverage it against all this Metamorphosis damage. Anger is gonna go for a stun, setting up a big damage on Nyx, trying to go for a big old one-shot. Lichborn coming in just 2 seconds, 1 second. Does he have transfusion? Gripping the DHN, trying to go for a little bit of Lichborn at the last second, but does go down. Couldn't quite survive a second Metamorphosis. Didn't have every cooldown he needed. Now that's going to be Azara up next versus Anger. Should be able to do a lot of CC, a lot of slows, lots of control onto the Demon Hunter. So he should be in a decent spot. But the DH, if he's able to get any kind of setup onto Azara, interrupt him on Arcane, that's going to be the game. So Azara has a perfect opportunity to do something here, but we'll see how it goes. 9 minutes in, 27% dampening. So these guys are going to start to feel any kind of self-heals they have. Like Azara, for example, not going to feel a lot of them, man. This is not the perfect opportunity to do it. He'll have a set amount of health pool. Better do as much as you can with it. Trying to go for an Invis with a shield to follow. That's going to be all those buffs getting stripped away for Anger as the Azara went for a little bit of a temporal. I battled Azara on Mythic. And Azara Mythic. This is like Azara normal, maybe. Because Azara Mythic would have stood a little bit more of a chance. It's going to be a bit of an Icebell coming out versus Anger. Is going to get a root onto Anger. But Azara, I feel like he's out of options. Unless he goes for a full reset. Every time he gets a buff, he's just getting stripped. One interrupt and he's down for the count. He can't recover at all. And down he goes. Not everyone is an Arcane Mage Master by the looks of it. Not everybody is Sparticle or Chets. Chets. I like Chets a lot too. He's really cool. Where's Chets at, by the way? Anybody know? Gonna be an interrupt onto Anger as he goes for a little bit of an I-beam. Valkorion trying to be the last man standing on Team Blue as the Warrior holding ground 10 minutes in. 34% dampening though, so it's gonna make it a lot harder for him. Everybody's running the Underwatch trinket nowadays, dude. Everybody farmed it up. I really did hope Blizzard like nerfs it for DPS. I think that would be not a bad idea. Anger going up in the air, trying to go for a little bit of a fell barrage onto Valkorion. Although Vicorion, almost like Victor. Something about him being undead makes me want to call him Victor. But he's super low on health. Still has rage regeneration if things ever go bad. That's going to be a stun. Might have to pop his defensor right here. Try to see if he can survive. It's going to go for enrage regeneration right now. It's going to break out of that prison. Charge heal onto Anger. 38% dampening though. Not getting the biggest recovery. Anger still popping in there. Still throwing in damage. There's going to be darkness coming down for the guy. And Valkorion is just struggling to try to deal with the DH. He got so much damage. The damage translates into healing. Valkorion looks like he's stabilized his health by a little bit. Charge heal is actually quite huge for him. He's going to get a disarm onto Anger right as he goes for a stun. He actually can't do a lot of damage. So that's perfect for Valkorion. Second stun to follow out of Anger though is going to drop down a Stormbolt. Perfect opportunity for Valkorion, the Warrior, to go for a little bit of healing. And he's recovering little by little. Anger's actually not looking all that good right now. It's gonna go flying up in the air. A couple fell lances. Valkorion's in a bad spot. Trying to leap away. He needs to get as much damage into Anger as he can before the next rain from above. The next rain from above is probably gonna be the end of him. Commanding Shout is also still on the table for the guy as Anger has Blur coming up in about 20 seconds. But that's about it. Big old I-beam onto Valkorion. Does he survive this I-beam? Those Stormbolt to follow. Does he get a charge heal? He does not. He gets himself one bloodthirst. Barely any health though. And down it goes. Oh my goodness, boys. My goodness. Dude, that's rough. I actually thought he was going to come back, man. What the hell? I actually thought he had a chance. If he got a charge heal there, I feel like he could have stayed in the game. But he was slowed, I think, after that stun. So he couldn't quite walk up to the guy and do the damage. Very well done, boys. Very well done. Alrighty. Let's get another group going, yeah, boys? Let's get another group going. Let me show you guys exactly how to join groups if you guys want to join in. I want as many of you guys playing the game. I want as many of you participating, man. Let him go for the bits. Let JC go for it. Let him do his bits. Okay, cool. If you guys want to join any of the groups for 5V5 1v1 DUELS, player versus player, premier group, custom PvP, find a group, hit 5, not 4, 5, enter. And you'll find a group on Alliance or Horde over on the EU. Looking for people. If you guys don't see a group, you want to make one yourself, you can. You can join with making a group. Call your group something like 5V5 1v1 DUELS to get 4 people in to make a 5-man group. Add me on Real ID, Dalaran #1340. And you guys should be good to go, alrighty? That easy. So Night Raven and Rowan are ready to make us face Night Raven again. I might have to wait for after them or something. I'm a late Black Friday, sorry, it's all good. No chill. Hi to my man. Is Spores Fire 5 no or what? This is Spore Fire 5? Nah, it's a lot of people using Spores. And it's a good trinket, sure. But yeah, certain classes definitely use Spores because it's advantageous, like Demon Hunters. Because you have a lot of leech. And the Spores proc for them, I feel like, a lot more than other classes. Yeah. A lot of people like to leverage Spores just as a random heal. Its proc is kind of questionable. When it procs, it's pretty good. But it's not a... I think this might be the best healing trinket, but it's not an overpowered healing trinket like before. You know what I mean? Like before, we had the Battle of the Zara Lord trinkets that were busted, and the COS trinkets that were busted. That Underworld trinket is not terrible. I'd say it's busted in comparison to other trinkets that you can look at in terms of the amount of raw healing it provides. Is it the most busted trinket of the expansion? Nah. Nah, I think it's still doable. You can get around it. But sounds real idea how to add Dalaran #1340 Underrod again. Yeah, we'll see if anybody else is using those. What's up, Jokereem? I'll make a group. The admin name is Jack. Alright, man, sounds good. Still same group if you're ready. Okay. We'll do Night Raven and Athaman. We'll let Athaman's team go again. And Rowan will have him queue against Mac or somebody. If you guys know how to make these groups, you guys are more than welcome to make other groups as well. Yeah, I got some of you guys messaging me how to join the 5V5 1v1s. Just join the custom groups base. Join the custom groups. You just gotta look them up for yourself, man. Or make them yourself. It's all community ran and community driven. Alrighty. Switch. We got ourselves on Team Blue. I was on Team Red, but we go Team Blue. Candy popping in as a Frost Mage. Let's see if you can make a play as Frost. Super hard nowadays. Fortune as a Monk, Judah Master in the back. We got Tasty hanging out as an Elemental Shaboy and Zooey in the back. I was gonna say, part 2, Mog don't really... Stop moving! Part 2 and Mog don't really match. Ah, come on. The pants, the belt. I'd fix those. I know what you're trying to go for, like a weird green, but it doesn't quite work. On Team Red, we got Athaman looking like a rainbow trout. We got ourselves Dakos in the back, didn't get to play. Anger, Janezar, and Mizik. The Russian triage, dude. And Atha's going up first versus Tasty. That's going to be quite a battle. I think they're trying to go for a bit of an honor duel against one another. Look at them walking up. Yo, Tasty, Mog, looking good, dude. I like the weapon you got on the shoulder, but or was it shield? Not that I can see it when you're in Ghost Wolf, but hey, what can you do? Gonna be a bit of a slow opener for Tasty, literally using Frost Shocks onto Atha. As long as he's able to keep Athaman slowed, Paladin's a pretty wheelchair in terms of the mobility, and that's gonna be light lasting from a distance, is gonna proc out that adaptation. Athaman taking a barrage of damage in the opener, still hasn't been able to lay his hand on Tasty, and his health is already at 28%. What is going on? Huge Earth Shock for Tasty. Atha trying to get himself a little bit of a heal, and it's gonna go for a Hydra Tasty after the Dark Iron Racial procs, and Athaman actually popping in bubble right now because of all the damage that the pet is doing. Atha had to bubble it. Oh my goodness. He's gonna have to go for a bit of a reset here. But Tasty popped his Dark Iron Racial, which actually DRs 30 seconds with your normal trinket. That's why he couldn't get out of the Hodge immediately. I know some people probably were like, yo, just Hodge him, dude. Just Hodge him. Get out of it. Trinket it. Knock it out the back on the open. While he's got wings up and running, not even letting this man stand the chance. Tasty not giving him a chance there. It looks like it's going to be Anger up next. Tasty popping in a wall immediately. Does have an Earth Elemental available. If he needs to a second wall, the Earth Ele can provide Tasty a second wall if needed. Trying to go for a bit of a Hex onto Anger. Is going to bail out of that Totem. Is going to get interrupted onto that Hex. It looks like the second Hex is going to connect. Has Metamorphosis ready. Blurs up. But he did not want to trinket out of that Hex at all. Going to be stunned by the Earth Elemental. And Lightning Lasso as he tries to charge over to Tasty. So at least he's able to keep the Demon Hunter at bay. The Russian Demon Hunter is at a distance. Tasty trinketing out of the stun at the very last second. And is looking for a little bit more kiting opportunity. He's trying to go into Ghost Wolf, get a slow onto Anger, and try just to run away from the guy. He does get a momentary blur. Trying to min-max the Metamorphosis, but it's making it super hard as Tasty keeps a Frost Shock on the guy. And that's going to be an imprison out of the Demon Hunter. And Anger still chasing after him. Anger still has not trinketed either. Unless they're running relentless, they might need to find a moment to use the trinket at the perfect opportunity. But maybe, I guess, Tasty with all those hexes and all the stuns might be a good idea to wait. Again, slows are going to be the biggest crutch for the Demon Hunter. Actually going to be a short stun onto Ingrisi. Is not going to be able to land an interrupt on the Hex. Might trinket out of here. Tasty is going to go for a lot of recovery. Anger does have a trinket if things go bad. Bigger shock out of Tasty. Double zap could be available. I-beam coming out of the Demon Hunter, but that's going to be so much damage. Lightning Lasso doing the smallest amount of damage for the shortest duration. Does Tasty get another Earth Shock here? Could end the Demon Hunter right now. Does land a stun on the little Shaman. And Anger is still pumping damage. Darkness coming down as the Elemental is up. So it's a perfect opportunity for Tasty just to let the Elemental do a lot of work. Anger is walking back into the darkness, leaping away out of the darkness. Maybe the Elemental might do it. Bigger shock collapsing on the Demon Hunter from every angle and does go down. Tasty going in for as much healing as humanly possible in the opener. And next up is going to be Janezar, giving Tasty a little bit of an honor duel by the looks of it. It's going to do him a little bit of a bow. Because Tasty is a legend, man. Tasty used to do this duel so much. He is the Elemental Shaboy. He made Shamans popular in Legion before they were popular, man. Lightning Lasso doing huge setup on the Janezar, but that's going to be a stun as Demon Hunter is going to go for as much burst as possible. Hopefully Tasty, he does have a wall. Hopefully he'll have the Earth Elemental available too, because he's not going to have to go and play against Metamorphosis all over again. That's going to be just a lot of running and kiting. Stun onto Janezar with a Hex to follow. Does he trinket it? He does interrupt and Tasty popping the wall immediately. But as the trinket out of Janezar, if Tasty can just outlive for the next stun with a totem and go for another Hex onto Janezar, he might have a good opportunity. Does give himself a moment to get a couple healing surges back to back. And he's back to the run, dude. He's back on the run. Just has to run away from the DH. Is going to be able to light and lasso to break apart the monotony of this duel for a little bit. Catching himself a couple of heals. Not going to be able to actually locked out from nature. Tasty actually in a bad spot. Trying to go for a hex. Actually almost fully metamorphoses. Janezar used meta a little bit too early. Tasty timed it just right, but still he's super low on the health. He actually might go down. Tasty now just needs to kite the guy around. That was a perfect meta. No, it wasn't perfect meta. It was perfect play by Tasty because Metamorphosis actually makes you immune to CC while you're transforming, but he got hexed at the end of the Metamorphosis where he can be CC. Tasty, gotta go for another light lasso of Janezar. It is gonna be a full light lasso, but Tasty not looking all that good. Needs himself a little bit of healing, one here and there. Short stone onto Janezar, does not get to follow up with a hex. Barely in the health, and down he goes. Almost got away from the Demon Hunter. I believe that was a full Metamorphosis out of Janezar, was it? Might have not even been meta. That's gonna be a Fortune barraging the guy with Fist of Fury. Janezar using Crucible as a defensive, but Janezar just kept his cool, kept his head straight the whole time, kept his cool in that duel. So sad, dude. We barely see Tasty in these duels ever. And down he goes. Gonna be a Lexu by Fortune. Try to go for a big old one shot onto Janezar. That is just doing quite a lot of damage, but doesn't bring Janezar quite as low enough as he wanted. Did Janezar use Shadow Meld before the touch of death there? Might have, because I feel like his health would have been much lower. So he might have been able to meld that touch of death at the very last second in between all the combat. Karma coming down for Fortune. Trying to see if he can min-max the Karma to sit on Janezar. Going to be a short stun by Janezar for a second. Could go flying up in the air if he wanted to. That's going to be a bit of a blade dance. Just trying to wait out the Karma with Fortune. Doesn't want to walk away from the guy. Doesn't want to keep running, but he's just like, wait. In cap. Wait. Imprison, wait, and Fortune actually finding himself super low in health. Could Janezar turn this around? Perfect interrupt onto Fortune. Incap comes in, and Fortune tried to juke his way all the way to the other side of the arena. Does Janezar catch any opportunity to catch up to the guy? Using Fell Rush is going to be a big board for Fortune. Set it up ahead of time, knowing that the Demon Hunter is going to be chasing after him. Catching a bunch of Vivifies might be enough for him to come back. Lexi up onto Janezar is going to be shrinking out of it. Fortune using Ring of Peace in order to keep Janezar at bay. But that's going to be a stun on Fortune. Janezar isn't really able to fully connect onto Fortune. Fist of Fury coming out is going to rush out of them. But Fortune is using the opportunity with Janezar bailing out of that Fist of Fury just to give himself a little bit extra time. It is going to pop up a couple images with a little bit of damage, getting Janezar to about half his health, but is still on the run like a criminal. Janezar getting himself a little bit of an immolation aura rolling. That's going to be a Fortune popping in full health, full increase. He's going to go for a big old touch of death on Janezar maybe. Janezar just trying to save out and trying to last out all this damage. His wall and everything is up. He lives it to just a second. I-beam coming out. Might be able to cleave off of all those images. Underrod Trigger proccing him is perfect for all that. Leech can fly up in the air if things ever go bad. Fortune recovered quite a bit of health over all this. Janezar waiting until his disarm is gone. Is going to go for a bit of a blade dance. Karma coming out. He actually just can't attack the guy again. And it's going to fly. Is that touch of death on the guy now? Was that actual touch of death this time? Wait. 3, 2, huh? That was touch of death with Alexia to fall. No trinket available. Fortune does take him out. Janezar flight in the air. Might have put him in the bad spot just now. That flight alone might have put him in a bad spot. That was just very, very unfortunate how that went down. Because he flew up. He has nowhere to go. He's going to take the damage from the touch of death. He can't even shadow meld it. So maybe he should have used the flight a little bit earlier. Rain for above. That's going to be Mizik. Going up versus Fortune. 7 minutes in, and Fortune is recovered fully on health. Karma available in 50 seconds. Wall available in about 20 seconds. And Mizik is going to get himself a short opener. Actually, wait, no, mine going to go for a full setup onto Fortune with Vendetta right now. Fortune bailing out of there with a port. And Mizik was armed for just a second. That's going to be a ring of peace for Fortune. He's actually bailing out of there. Shadow Step coming out for Mizik to chase after the monk. Evasion to follow. Fortune just trying to outlast until evasion is down, until Karma is back up. That's going to be another stun by Mizik. The Fortune should have a trinket for any of these situations if things ever go bad. He did live through the Vendetta, so he might be in a decent spot right now. 15 seconds left until that Karma. It looks like Mizik is just going to go for a full reset. Cloak of Shadows vanish and just bailing out of the Fortune, recovering quite a lot of health though. Mizik bailing out right here gives Fortune a perfect opportunity to catch up on all that health. The longer Mizik takes away from Fortune, the more cooldowns Fortune is going to take again in the end of it. He's going to be able to pick up the eye, see if the rogue is nearby, and keep recovering the health. Should be able to see him. Should be able to zap him from a mile away, which will disrupt the opener for Mizik. Is going to get opened up on, or at least disrupt the opener. So Mizik right now is a really disadvantageous position, at least for the time being. Fortune is definitely ahead. Cheap shot coming out of that subterfuge for Mizik. Poison bomb proc, which is quite big, but that's going to be a disarm onto the rogue. Is Fortune trying to lock him down in a fist of fury. 9 minutes in, Mizik does actually get to bail away from Fortune. He's going to go for a port. Did quite a bit of damage to Fortune though. Not gonna lie, the poison bomb and all the DOS did quite a bit of damage to the guy, as he's actually struggling to recover a little bit on health. Is gonna port away. Does have a port set up to this pillar. Mizik, my man, how are you gonna do this? I think he's just waiting for Vendetta at this point, but Fortune has every defensive available right now. Is Fortune going to be able to find him, picking up the eye? Does Mizik land the opener? Does still land the kidney shot? Going to be immediate trinket out of Fortune. In cap after stab and touch of death on the Mizik. Needs to trinket and vanish. Doesn't have vanish actually. Could be the big old one-shot hero by Fortune. No, the touch of that does do quite a bit of damage. Forcing out a safe trinket out of Mizik. Keeping him barely alive. But he's doing just fine. The image is not going to let him catch a reset. Fortune taking advantage of the situation. Dragon kicking right on top of Mizik. Shortest stun in the world. Disarm onto Mizik. Cannot even respond. Only Phantom Knights is all he has. Evasion is available too. Unfortunately, going to bail out of the evasion for just a second. Mizik did get a trick out of Fortune at least. So you might be able to whittle him down. Fist of Fury locking him out. Won't be able to do anything here. Does have a Vendetta rolling onto Fortune, but looks like Fortune might be able to take him out. Cheat Death coming out. Mizik is going to get himself a little bit of a crucible. Cloak of Shadows up. Fortune trying to see if he can get next to the guy. And he caught himself a re-stealth with that cloak. So Mizik is still in the game. Fortune still is unable to lock him down. No eyes available for a minute or two. Mizik has been behind literally this whole game. And that's just very unfortunate for this guy. Very, very unfortunate. I think the way he really fell behind probably was when he just let Fortune reset completely and heal up to full. But maybe he might be able to go for a full reset. Like, maybe I'll get my cooldowns back and I'll be able to fight Fortune. But that's going to be a whole minute before then. Fortune, I think he sees where Mizik is at. He knows exactly where he's at. Hit him with an cap. Mizik does have a trinket if things go bad. Legs are coming out. Should be trinketing out of it. Does he not have it? There's going to be a disarm immediately as Mizik cannot even retaliate. Fist of Fury locking him down. Parry coming out for him, and that's going to be Mizik going down without a touch of death to keep him afloat. Down he goes, and Darkos is the last man standing as survival on Team Red. Showing off, dude. At this point, he's showing off. Fortune is going to be the last man for you to take down. Darkos playing survival is going to open up in a camo, so it's going to have the rogue opener. I feel like the survival hunter has an opportunity to beat the monk. The mobility is going to be huge though, and Darkos, he probably should pull his pet back because Fortune is getting so much chi off of that thing, and he's pulling it back at the very last second. Does get a freezing trap right before Fortune can attack him though, so Darkos should be able to land the opener here. Could be a stun. It's going to harpoon and disengage out of Fortune after hitting him on the root, dropping down the charge trap. Fortune unable to actually reach him for the Sphere as he gets hit on the steel trap. Going for a disarm to Darkos. It is Darkos, yeah? Darkos, yeah it is. I thought it was maybe Dracos. As he goes for aspect of the eagle with some burst, but is not going to be able to capitalize on that damage. The pet is over there, letting Fortune generate all that free chi, and Darkos coming out in the open. Hopefully going to have traps set up again. Fortune got himself full recovery. 12 minutes of this duel, 47% dampening. Is going to disengage. What a backflip he did. Oh, he did a front flip while he disengaged, and Trinket coming out of that leg sweep. Fortune also losing out on his Trinket from the pet stun. That's going to be grenades and damage is getting exchanged. Darkos taking quite a bit. Safety Trinket procket for him. He does get himself aspect of coordinated assault available back up. Wall up for Fortune to try to live this a little bit. That's going to be steel trap stopping and breaks out of it with a Tiger's Loss immediately. Turtle Shell coming out right before the Fist of Fury go flying. And Darkos looking for a manning bandage just to reset. Fortune going for a reset himself as well. 50% dampening. Dude, Darkos is super behind right now. Is going to get himself at least a feign death. Ring does get him into stealth. His pet actually dead. Touch of Death is all he has. Unfortunately, actually going to bail away from the guy. Let him Touch of Death do the work. I think he came back in just to make sure Touch of Death does not end up getting him close to death, but not enough. I don't think he wants to be embarrassed. But that's going to be 3 kills for Fortune. 2 kills for Tasty. Quite a bit of a duel, boys. We'll play Tasty. I think he played really well, dude. A double team and Hunter to go up against, that's rough. I feel like he should have stayed in Ghost Wolf maybe a little bit longer and just kept kiting. You know, Frost Shock and just keep running. Yeah, but that's tough, man. That's tough. Disarm without CD? No, it doesn't CD. He just using it on cooldown whenever he can. Which is not a bad move. I mean, when you're going up against a rogue, right? You don't want him to kidney him. after a full stun or something, or in cap, just hit the rogue with our Fist of Fury. Hit the rogue with disarm. So Fist of Fury, he's parried, disarm. No weapon to disarm you with. I feel like you should be able to kidney shot without a weapon though, right? I mean, you punch him in the gut, right? I think Outlook can... No, yeah, Outlook can stun with a disarm on. You can pistol shot and still stun with between the eyes. But then against a concealed gun, right? Oh, I don't have any weapons. Haha! What could I be holding in my jacket pocket? And I guess you can still pistol shot. Oh, I guess subtlety and assassination can use phantom knives, right? They're hiding those all the time. Rowan still ready. Max still ready. Alright, let me get those two going against one another, yeah? That rogue? Dude, yeah. That rogue, the Russian rogue, he wasn't doing such a good job, but where he fell back, I think, was when he just got away from Fortune, let him have a full reheal reset. Like, that's where... If you could put point, like, where he made a mistake, that was the mistake. If he just kept pressuring the guy, not letting him heal, at least keep him running, I feel like that would have been a different story. That's rough, though, dude. Fortune is really good at duels. Switch. Like, Fortune is a monk, so he's, like, obviously good in duels. Already, by the class that he plays. But he was also an experienced player, too. And he knows how most other classes play, so it makes it that much harder. But the locks, I know, right? EU is giving me the least variety today. What's going on, boys? We got ourselves Team Blue with Icons playing more of the Boomkin. I think he looked at Hamburger. I was like, yo, I can do that too, dude. You did so good. Papa Papa. Big Papa Pap. It is Papa Pap, right? Big Papa Pap. Yeah, it is Papa Pap. And here's a Fury Warrior Duplin, more of that lumberjack goodness. And we got us Ilwin, more of that survival goodness. That's a cool looking weapon, dude. I gotta give him a break, dude. That's a good looking Mog. Like when you're going for like Wildman Mog. We got Cynical as a Paladin Anti-Bread. Nyx playing more of that Unholy Natural. Hanging on the back as a Red Pally again. Sivin as a Fury Warrior. And Vakorian looks like Team Red is Team Strain, dude. Warriors and all of them. Papa Pap going up first. It looks like Nyx is going to be the first guy that he's going up against. Let's give him a nice little bow. It's going to be Papa Pat with a bit of a bow. Fury Warrior versus Unholy Death Knight. No line of sight in this arena. No running. Just skill of the player themselves. Early Mallet coming in onto Nyx as Papa Pap using that trick and disarm onto Nyx as he got full Armor of the Dead rolling. Papa Pap is in a bad spot. Needs to go for charge heals from the pets. So that's exactly what he's going to go for. Charging away from all that Armor of the Dead to one of the pets to get himself a little bit of a heal. Does have cooldowns rolling. Going to be gripped up by Nyx, but still it's going to be quite a bit of healing from him. At least just try to outlive all those pets. Try to stay with the Armor of the Dead. Does come down. The Abomination does fade away. So now it's Papa Pap versus Nyx. All those pets didn't even get a cooldown out of Papa Pap. He did go offensive, but then he didn't really prioritize recklessness. He kind of just went in for charge heals here and there. But that's going to be that Fury Warrior healing coming into action. Nyx desperately trying to necrotic down his health. Trying to be like, stop healing! You're a warrior! But a one charge heal lets Papa Pap get back to action and keep trucking. Going to be a stun by Nyx onto Papa Pap. He trinketed out of it, so no more trinket available. And Nyx going in for round two, beefing up the pet, trying to see if he can get himself a bit of a setup. Papa Pap going in for even more enraged. Going to be a death slam onto Nyx as he's trying to set himself up a little bit of damage. Going to be a charge. Don't get away from the warrior ever. Otherwise, you're just going to give him free charges. Unless you're going to charge him, man. He's going to charge you. No necrotics coming out for Nyx. Should be focusing on necrotics. Papa Pap just heals through those. I think that's the only way. You can make Papa Pap lose health. You can at least keep his health low until you get your Armor of the Dead back up, I think. That's going to be early grip for Nyx. Still letting that charge regardless of Papa Pap. Keeping Nyx low. The underrow chicken is doing quite huge for him though. Hasn't had to go for a massive defensive play, but that's going to be a Lichborn first time. Does get a stun. Abomination. Army of the Dead. Everything collapsing on Papa Pap. Forcing him to just go for a little bit of a run. Does he get a grip him back out in the open? He won't be able to. Papa Pap got a slow on all those pets, and now he's just out here with Nyx. The pets are trying to come back. They are there. Abomination almost making a swing. Short stun onto Papa Pap. Disarm to Nyx. Just trying to wait out that Abomination as best he can. Commanding Shout coming out. And it's going to get himself in Rage Regeneration right afterwards. Did you get himself another Bloodthirst? He does get it. Almost healed up to full. But this Necrotics were trying to stack up by Nyx. And Papa Pap back again. Find himself at 50% health. Right as he was basic at full. Back at 50. So I think Nyx figured out the strategy. Wait until the warrior is low enough on health. Stun him, get all the pets up and running. Second stun coming up. I think that by the next stun, he should have the full armor that is rolling. And Nyx is going for the little bit of that chance fusion healing. Papa trying to bail out of there, getting gripped right back in. He can't really go anywhere. Nyx does have a second pet though. He does have that Risen Skulker. Is that what it is? Risen Skulker? Is that what you call it? This guy? Yeah, Risen Skulker. He could charge that thing. That's going to be a Papa. Still find himself super low. Charge into a Nyx. Get himself quite a bit of healing 3 minutes in. I don't think this duel is going to end until dampening comes in. Although Nyx keeping Papa Pap's health low so far. Next setup with the Army of the Dead is probably going to be it. It's probably going to be it. At that point, Nyx might as well just save the pet Dark Transformation and just save it all together for all the CDs all at the same time. Try to stack up some necrotics. Stun onto Papa Pap. Could be the full setup with pets. Army of the Dead coming out. Maybe Abomination Raptor. Gonna be a fear onto Nyx. He could Lichborn out of it. Does Lichborn out of it. Papa Pap charging right back to him. No Abomination? No A-bomb this time. So Papa Pap might survive this. It's still kind of low. No enrage regeneration. Could he be going down? I mean, he's just running the whole game. No line of sight, but he's actually running the whole game. What is that, dude? Oh my goodness. Papa doesn't want to go down, man. He's just doing fine. He's barely hanging in there, though. Barely. Has some health. Needs to go for more charge heals. Trying to see if he can get away from Nyx. Maybe a charge heal. Necrotics is starting to stack up. Does charge to the Skulker, but he is not able to gain health. Necrotics were pretty big there. That's going to be Abomination getting hit, or Pet getting transformed, and Papa Pep does go down. Did not play offensively at all, it felt like. He felt like playing defensive the whole time. Very unfortunate. Duplin is up next, though. Changed his Mog a little bit. I kind of like what he's got going on there. It's going to be him trying to go for a bit of damage right now. Needs to get as much damage as Nyx. Could actually go for a huge cleave off of all those pets. I'm pretty sure Bloodthirst should cleave to give him a little bit of healing, right? Where Bloodthirst does only go for a single target cleave, but I wonder... Whirlwind, Bloodthirst does a cleave? Hit Bloodthirst for every enemy, giving you back percentage health, or does it just only save the one guy you're attacking right now? I do wonder. I think that'd be quite valuable with all the pets available. Nice, a whole Abomination of Dumpling. All he had to do is Trinket out of the first stun. That's about it. Necrotics is starting to stack up. Nyx has been in the game for about 5 minutes now. Finally dampening, rolling in. Nice, you have the whole team that needs to play too. Duplin. You gotta make sure the nicest team gets to play, man. This is your perfect opportunity to do it, my guy. Are you using shovels? Is that what it is? Literally shovels. No necrotics, though. I don't know if Duplin is able to deal with necrotics. Might have to go for a huge enrage regeneration, get himself a full reheal. But it looks like Nyx is doing exactly the same thing he did to Papa Pep. Just gonna whittle him down very slowly, put some necrotics on the guy, put some pressure on him, and now the dampening is in the game. Now the dampening is starting to roll in. For Duplin, this is just naturally going to be harder and harder. He's trying to get himself as much healing as humanly possible. He just can't quite do it. Enrage regeneration coming out of nowhere. Now he's going to get himself quite a bit of healing. Bloodthirst back-to-back, full in health. Stormbolt on the Nyx. Could be opportunity to maybe turn this around. He got himself quite a bit of healing. Maybe he'll go for another charge. He's going to go for another charge with Recklessness. Stun into Duplin, though. Going to be delayed in his damage. And Nyx needs to recover in health ASAP. There goes that massive transfusion. If Duplin was only running Maledict here, this would be perfect. Would have stopped Nyx as he's getting himself quite a bit of healing. Nyx still hold on to AMS. Wouldn't need to use it here. Lichborn can use it here. That's going to be a death pack. Still has an Abomination coming up, but Nyx actually quite low in health. He's using the dark pack. Perfect opportunity for Duplin to go and do as much damage to Nyx's health while the necrotics are up. Nyx having to go heal through the necrotics back to back. Actually healed right through him. Still super low in health. Duplin can still end the game. Stun to Nyx does go for a Lichborn. No death strikes available. Duplin just trying to get away from the Abomination. Looking to land the execute on Nyx, though. He's so close. Nyx trying to get those death strikes back to back. Gotta kill him before transfusion comes out. Stun to Duplin, has a chicken, chicken's out of it. Nyx, no transfusion, yet execute coming down. And Duplin does end up landing that execute onto Nyx at the very end, making sure that Team Red does get to play. Is gonna get a charge off of Vakorian. Is gonna get it going. Back-to-back Warrior versus Warrior duels now. So Duplin is playing Stormbolt. Is Vakorian playing Stormbolt though? Because he's playing double charge, that could be quite huge for him. But he might want to go for a Stormbolt though, in this situation. He might need to use it. He does play Blade, or was it Duplin that played Blade Storm? Because whoever right now out of these warriors is more geared to duel another warrior ends up winning this duel. And if Swellen is up next, Duplin could go back-to-back with these warriors, man. That's going to be Stormbolt, so Vakorian does play Stormbolt, as Duplin did go for a little bit of damage, getting the stun onto Vakorian. Now it's really going to be a question of who ends up using their defensive cooldowns first, in Rage Regeneration and Commanding Shout. Duplin has access to only one of those, but in just about 36 seconds, he's going to be able to get the other. It's really just going to be a standstill. The dampening climbing to 18, almost 19% at an 8-minute marker here, boys. Going to be a disarm onto Valkorion. Can't really do anything about it. Duplin is not letting the guy get a charge at all. Stormbolt to follow to continue the pressure. Valkorion has a trinket if he needs to use it. Perfect opportunity for Duplin to land the charge. Landing the charge. Valkorion was the one to go for a charge. Finally able to charge back to Duplin. Able to require quite a bit of health, but he's at about half his health or so. Underwater trinket coming in huge for the guy. But it's still super low in health. Might have to go for Enrage Regeneration here. It's going to go for Enrage Regen. Duplin could maybe see if he can get away from the guy. Maybe hit him with a disarm. Is going to leap away. Valkorion was not able to recover health. That's actually huge for Duplin. Duplin could actually end the game and close it here. Valkorion still getting a charge. It's going to trick it out of the Stormbolt, trying to not fall behind on health. He doesn't have a defensive to fall behind on anymore. He does have Commanding Shout. But that's about all he has right now. Duplin is a little bit ahead. Disarm onto Valkorion as he's getting kind of low. Could follow up with a Stormbolt right after. Could be an Execute right here. Stormbolt by Valkorion. Trinkets out of Duplin. And Valkorion is still super, super low. If Duplin does get himself enraged, if he can get a big old Rampage, Stormbolt, get as much damage as humanly possible, he could have a perfect opportunity. Does get a charge. Rampage could be the Execute right here. Valkorion could be going down. Barely any health left. Does the Storm come out for Duplin? No. Doesn't even need a landing a massive Execute. And next up is going to be Cynical landing a Hodge onto Duplin. And that's just the third person coming out of Team Red. That's how long this duels have been going on for, dude. Duplin, though, is going to have the hardest time against the Paladin. Or maybe not, he's actually shredding through the Paladin. What is going on, Duplin? What is this damage actually? Almost executed Cynical. It's going for regenerating. Duplin's going for a walk. What was that damage? Duplin just unloaded all the pressure out of nowhere. Gonna be wings out of Cynical. Mid-long wings though, so it's not full wings. That's gonna be Stormbolt out of Duplin. If he has Reflect, he might be perfect. Does land a disarm into Cynical as he goes in for a Hodge. All he has is his fists. But Duplin did disarm a lot of that damage coming out of Cynical. That wasn't full wings though. So it still has quite a bit of damage. Bop available. Shield of Menace available. Does have Word of Glory. But does he use it though? Cynical getting quite low. Execute available. Does he go for Bop? Duplin just eliminating the Paladin. Going into Sway and then Sway? Seven? I want to say 7. Going into 7 against the Blood Elf female warrior. Duplin using Enrage Regeneration right now. Trying to stay up as best as he can. Dampening at 33%. Is Sway going to be able to do enough here? Does drop down Rockboy. It looks like 7 is rolling Rockboy, which is going to be quite bad for Duplin. Might want to be aware of the pet. Might want to even interrupt it once in a while. Because it's going to be some easy free pressure. It's going to get a disarm to 7. Trying to control the damage they do. Could follow up with a Stormbolt right after. But 7 is, he's in a regeneration a little bit early. Now that Duplin has used theirs, 7 can just try to see if they can stay alive. But Duplin is not even giving her a chance right now. Reckless is coming out right now. Duplin got even more pressure to follow. If he gets a Stormbolt or a Disarm, trinkets out of the Disarm. 7, no trinket available. It's going to be a Stone into maybe a Disarm by Duplin. He might be able to get one going. 7 is going to go for a Commanding Shout, but is that going to be enough for her? Duplin still just shredding, still wrecking it. 7 can't even shake him off as a Blazer comes out for Duplin. Execute range available. That's a 4th person, I think. A 3rd? I don't even know how many Duplin has went through. And natural. Let's call them natural. The R is silent. Disarm onto natural. Does get a Hodge and Duplin. Trinkets out of the disarm though. Got his wings up and running. Duplin. Safety trinket procket right now. Sun onto natural. He does bubble out of it. Is that going to be the end of Duplin right now? Natural bubbled and does take him down in the end. Duplin went through all those play classes back to back to back. Didn't even let him take a chance there. And Hamburger finally able to play. Is his prog-based boomkin playstyle gonna pay off here? Getting those dots up and running on natural. Quite a lot of damage. Shield Avengers coming in. And Hamburger might want to pop a Barkskin here. Does pop a Barkskin with Thorns as well. Natural doing damage back to himself. Flashlight trying to come out. Hamburger could try to see if he can silence it right there. But Hamburger trying to go for a little bit of a reheal. Natural taking quite a lot of damage though. Hamburger going to go for the regrowth. Natural is going to have to find a way in order to catch up to Hamburger. But the procs are doing quite a lot of damage right there. That was quite huge. As long as you maintain your Moonfire and Sunfire, Natural should melt over time. 45% dampening. Not going to have a lot of tricks to work with. Use the bubble just to take out Duplin. Bop is not going to save you. And that's going to be a hint card coming out for Hamburger. Does someone to Natural. Not going to let him play the game. Cyclone trying to come out, trying to jick him out. Bash on Natural. Bop coming out. Not a lot he can only do without Bop. And Hamburger takes him out at the end. Duplin, how many people did you go through? 4! It was 4! Oh my goodness. Dude, Dumpling went into the long game. Look at the Fury Warrior healing, dude. He beat a Paladin. What'd you do to the Paladin? He shredded that guy. And what's up, Guy? How you doing, my man? Dude, that was insane. Were you there for that one? Guy, were you there for that? Dwarf, were you there for that? Dumpling, what the hell? Dude, the one time Dumpling shredded through Catrican, I was just impressed. And then he just kept trucking and trucking and trucking. Once you get Dumpling in a zone, dude, that's it. Just run. He got himself the Brawler playstyle. Disarm, Stormbolts. Warrior Strong. That's insane, dude. That Paladin had like 240k HP. Maybe that's why he got shredded. Holy shit. The last guy or the guy before him? Dude, so much fun to watch. You think so, Dan? You like it? Dude, they got so many fun with 5's DH games on this channel, honestly. Alright, I got the Rogue back. Alright, we got Night Raven. Who else we got, boys? Who else got a group up and running? Let me see. That warrior damage is even higher than Catrican's. Yeah, I think Catrican's playing for a versatility-heavy self-heal build. I think Dumpling is playing a mastery-heavy percentage healing build with Bloodthirst and just trying to use Bloodthirst as much as he can. Have a commit / sleep. Alright, Roy, thanks so much for coming, fam. Appreciate ya. And what's up, Dumb and Will? Hope you're having a good one. Rip Worry. Dude, I know, right? He had such a good run, too. If that Paladin didn't bubble with those wings up and running, that Dumpling might have come back, too, dude. Can I have you been at? I would like to join in. Dalaran #1340, my dude. All y'all mother welcome to him. Let me see if I can add some of you guys. Some of the new of you. Some of the new boys. Ooh, some of y'all deleted me, huh? Perfect. Okay, I added as many as I could, man. Added a bunch of it. Was that Foggy? Dad, dude. Is that Dad? Is it done? Making a group right now? Yeah, go for it, my guy. Go for it. We got 5 with Night Raven. We got another one. Nino +1. How to join the game? You guys are more than welcome to join by joining one of the groups in Real ID. So go to a player versus player, premier group, custom PvP, find a group, type 5, enter number 5. That's it. You'll find a 5V5 1v1 group on EU, Alliance, or Horde, either one of those. Go hit. If you don't see one and you want to start one, you could do start group and call it something like 5v5 1v1 Duels. Let's group. Got 4 people in your group, and then we're good to go. I'm not gonna start one just because I gotta be spectating. But when you guys start one, add me on Real ID, Dalaran #1340, and we're good to go. Alrighty, we got Jack, we got Night Raven, and Jack. 5 ready, boys. Hopefully, had you guys out of LFG. Did you, Jack? Do you have LFG on or okay? Oops, again. Yeah. There we go. I don't have a DPS class, so I can't join. Guy. What classes do you have? What classes do you play, my dude? You're more than welcome to join on any one of them, man. Add Bina, please. What's your Bina, John? Mine is Dalaran #1340. I added a bunch of you just now. Like, I just went through like a list. Just added all the new guys. I need to go and clean out the list. Because it can't accept me more. I'm full right now. But I'll need to go clean out the list and add more of you after. I think I need to go again. Yep. We'll just need to spam Q in it until it works. So the noise that bugs out like that, just keep pressing accept until it works. Trust me, it'll work eventually. Just keep pressing accept until it finally, there we go, until it cracks. And then the game is like, alright, I'll let you all play. God, jeez. Bugs out sometimes. Druid Shaman, but Shaman's 325. Oh, what? What about your Druid? Let's see spellcasters with some melee. Dude, melee would win easily. Demon Hunter, Monk, done. It's over. When I come back, like, can we do a leveling group? Can I do a leveling group? Like in Corsair Revenge, maybe? I don't really do leveling on stream that much, but Corsair Revenge on also would be kind of cool. What class do you suggest you first in PvP? Some of the easy ones? Probably like a Demon Hunter is really easy to get into. Lots of mobility, good damage, good self-sustain. Any class works. You can get on any class. There's always a spec that's probably best to start with, like Fury Warrior, Assassination Rogue, Destro Warlock, Beastmaster Hunter, Fire Mage, Shadow Priest, Elemental Shaman. There's a spec that's generally easy to get into than class. Any class works though. Alrighty. Switch. Ooh, we got ourselves Dirks Brian back. We got Carrie. How you doing, my boy? With Dirks Brian in the back was an Outlaw. We got Toasty, oh, he is the counter to Tasty. He's his half evil twin from the Black Rock. He is actually black. Is he Dark Iron Dwarf? He is Dark Iron Dwarf. They're both from Black Rock Mountain. He's like, brother. They should do first. They should duel first. Toasty versus Tasty. They can only one. We got an Angrisa here too, and Mizik. Hold on. Angie? Let's call him Angie. A-N-G-E. Angie. We'll call him Angie, yeah? Because his name is so... I don't even know how to pronounce it. But it's going to be Toasty. Up first versus Raven. Opening up with a Garrod onto Toasty. He's playing the Demonology Warlock. That's going to be opened up by Raven. Trying to do as much damage. Is that Vendetta? It is going to be a Vendetta coming up right now. Lots of damage for the guy. And Raven is going to try to see... Nope, not going to interrupt. Sphere. He is playing still the Underrod Chicken, which is going to be quite huge for him. Toasty, get himself quite a few imps. Who has your pet gone, actually? Did your pet die in the opener? Toasty, he got hit with a second shot for a little bit. Horror effect driven. I think one of his pets attacked. What is that spell? Nether portal? You serious? You better start summoning as many pets as you can then for that Nether portal. Trying to get a Tyrant up and running. That Nether portal is not getting any pets up. That's an interesting choice. But with the line of sight, Toasty just couldn't get any value for any of this damage. That's why as soon as you summon another portal, just start... your Tyrant is attacking Candy right now! What is going on? Toasty! Oh my goodness, that is so unlucky. That's a lot of damage that went into Candy too. He's at half health. Look at his health. His pet is actually getting attacked. What? Toasty, where's your pet at? Oh my goodness, everything that could have went wrong. What are all these pets? Toasty trying to trade for his life. This pet is back up. Does he even get a stun right now? Toasty in the kidney shot, and looks like he's going to be going down. Mizik not letting Raven go anywhere. He shot a step and right on top of the guy. Vendetta coming out into Mizik actually, right? No, he's using Vendetta of his own on Raven. Raven popping Cloakish Shadows and Evasion. Needs to get a trinket out of Mizik before he goes in for full Hambo Burst. Cloakish Shadows coming out from Mizik right now. Raven landing the kidney shot onto Mizik. He trinkets out of it immediately. Blind to fall, and Raven catches himself a reset, which is exactly what he needed while Vendetta is still running on him. Hopefully he has a Vendetta of his own. Dude, Toasty, I don't think he did stuff on purpose there. His pets start attacking Kenny. None of us thought that would happen. Sometimes pets do the dumbest things. Nothing he could do about it. That's so sad. And Mizik catches himself at about half health. Very unlucky. Very unlucky. He needs to find a way to get back to Raven. He needs to do some auto attacks. Nope. Raven catching a full reset. Mizik still has dots on him though, so Sapper's not going to run. Does get hit with a Garrod, running away from him. Trying to see if he can catch up to Raven. Does hit him with a blind run circle around there, around the boxes. Mizik, if you have any opportunity right now, this will be a perfect time, dude. Sap comes in, getting himself a heal. Doing a bit of backpedaling, but you know what? He does have the weapons. He does have the enchant. I don't know how he has the enchant for 2100, or is that HNK? I think it's 2100. Gonna be big damage on Raven though. Crucible right after. Getting a shot onto Mizik though. Can Raven turn this around using Crucible defensively? One offensively with the Vendetta onto Mizik. Raven doesn't have any more defensive. Vanish is available though. Vanishing out. And Mizik trying to find him with Phantom Knives. Shadow stepping next to Raven is going to redot him. Garrod coming out for Raven. Does he get to survive just a little bit longer? Underrun Chicken Shot proc. Ooh, it does get to proc and keep him alive just a little bit longer. Does he have the calm points? Getting a shot onto Mizik into a Cyclotronic. Could he actually turn this around? Save the trinket for Mizik though. Has a Mark for Death ready onto Raven. Doesn't want to get hit with whatever Mark for Death is going to be used for. Can he catch a reset though? Sap maybe? He could maybe catch himself a reset. And Mizik just stops for a second, catches a restyle, cheap shot on Raven, kidney shot to follow, chickens out of it immediately. Raven might have opportunity here, does get a short stun onto Mizik, but does go down, and Mizik does take him out. Shadow stepping next to Carrie just to bail away. Let's Carrie do it. Oh, I like that. That's an honorable bow and a kiss. Ah, juked us out, boys. He thought he was gonna do something honorable, not happening, but Tasty is gonna be up next, dude. I really like his build. I also like the little chicken nugget that flies around him. You see that little chicken nugget? He's just gonna go for a little bit of a a shower right now. Mizik giving him a bow if you saw him out of the corner, but he doesn't want to get next to Tasty. He doesn't want to make him think like, oh, I'm about to kill you. But it's like, yo, bow from a distance, safety, but we are dueling. Opening up with the Garou. Tasty has versus Mizik. Mizik actually has just about every cooldown available besides evasion. One needed against the Shaman. Lightning Lasso to catch Mizik. Trick us out of it immediately. Cloak Shadows to follow. Capacitor Totem not going to hit him. And Tasty using his Dark Iron Ratio, which is going to lock him out of a trinket to take off all those dots off of him for just a quick second. That's going to be a Hex to follow. He did use it because of a Vendetta. Wall coming out by the Earth Elemental, so Tasty is going to have a little bit extra defense. And is going to get a Hex on the Mizik. No trinket available, but the Elemental, I think, breaks Mizik's Hex. That or the Earthshock did. Meteor coming down onto Mizik as Tasty swaps out to the Fire Elemental pet instead. And Mizik still has a dot. Opening up on Tasty with a Kidney Shot. Trinkets out of it. It's going to go for a big old Earthshock onto Mizik. Double zaps. Barely any health left. And does go down as Cheat Death comes in. Tasty now versing Carry. Carry opening up with a Stormbolt on Tasty. Lightning Lasso stopping him for a second, but he's going to bail out of it. Carry out here. Back to unleash as much damage as he can. Charge into Tasty as it drops down for a second. Perfect charge to intercept Tasty. Trying to see if he can land a Hex. Is actually going to reflect that Hex back to Tasty. Very unfortunate. Carry, does he have an interrupt? I think he might have one nowish though. Tasty is going to be quite a bit to recover. Terry, Blaze Storm for that Capacitor Totem actually. I didn't even notice. And Tasty just looking for that Lightning Lasso, dude. The next time he gets a Lightning Lasso, he's actually going to be able to get away from Carry for just a second. Using the Lightning Lasso to try to run away from the guy. He's just running, man. Getting out of there, dude. Carry is going to Bloodthirst off of one of the totems to increase his movement speed by a little bit. That's actually quite huge. Look at that. He's able to run and chase after Tasty. Stormbolt coming out. Tasty still alive. Wall coming in. We're going to make sure that the Flame Chalk is rolling on Carry as he's getting hit with a couple procs. Shiver Venom Trinket available for Tasty too. That's quite huge. And Carry is going to leap right on top of the guy. Sky Fury Totem is available. Does he kill the Sky Fury? He does eliminate it. Tasty has quite a bit of damage available. Reflect out for Carry. Tasty holding back the damage until the opportunity is given. Lightning Lasso right afterwards with a Shark attacking him. Tasty still not quite in the best spot in the world. Stormbolt to follow out of Carry. Perfect opportunity for him to recover. Tasty is not out of the fight just yet. Try to go for a stun to Carry with a Hex to follow. Is going to go for Healing Surges. Not expecting Carry to stop the Blaze Storm and go for an interrupt. Now he's going to get interrupted. Low on health. Execute almost ready. Carry got himself into an rage. If he can get himself a big old Rampage. Hex trying to come out. Gonna go for a bit of a Reflex at the end. Healing Surges coming out for Tasty. Does Carry go for an interrupt? No interrupt available. Fear onto Tasty. And Carry got himself quite a bit of damage ready to go. Lightning Lasso breaks out of it pretty quickly on. Stormbolt onto Tasty, knocking him back. Leap on top of the Shaman. That's going to be Earthbind Totem for a second. Does he land that Hex? Doesn't get it. That's going to get hit with a pummel. Tasty actually low on health. Needs to get himself a heal. Execute range available. Trying to go for a Healing Surge. Barely any health available. Hex coming out. This is surviving. Reflect coming out for Carry. Looking for that Execute immediately. Tasty is somehow still alive in this duel. Might be able to get himself a Lightning Lasso. Use that Totem to get Carry to attack the Totem to walk away from the guy for just a second. And Tasty find himself one heal, one more. Stormbolt to follow. Trinkets out of this Lightning Lasso. Carry breaking out of that immediately. That's going to be a wall for Tasty. One last defensive. Short stone into Carry. Looking for a Healing Surge right now. Carry looking to stop the Healing Surge. Killing the Totem. Didn't Bloodthirst the Totem, so he's slowed. And Tasty still just trying to keep himself as far away from Carry. Knocking him back. Leap available. Leaping to the wrong side of the pillar. And Tasty looks like he's going to be able to make full recovery out of that one. That was quite a close duel, dude. He was just trying to go in for the cast. Every single spell he's able to cast. Every time he can juke out a cast. It's huge. Going to drop down the Fire Elemental. Drop it and Meteor onto Carry. Going to be a bit of Reflect for Carry, though, in case the pet was going to do anything to him. Or maybe expecting the Lightning Lasso. Lightning Lasso finally landing onto Carry. The pet should be doing some damage right now. Tasty turning the pet damage on. Pet is in a good spot where he can actually just barrage Carry from a distance. Carry just can't even stop any of that damage. Trying to go for a Hex. And Carry got himself quite more damage. Blaze Storm to follow. Try to keep him away from the Hex. Again, they're back to the caster duel. Tasty, he's going to use his Dwarven Rachel in order to take off all the dots. Big damage onto Carry. Stormbolt to follow. Does get a knock back. Leaping on top of Tasty. Actually overshooting just by a little bit. Execute available. Capacitor Totem coming down. Does he kill it? He does not kill it. Human Trick is out of that stun. Lightning Lasso to follow. Barely any health. Tasty barely has any health. Does get himself a heal. Carry getting caught on the box. Fear onto Tasty. He does maintain a little bit of health. Wolf coming out right now. And Carry is at half-ish health. He still could also go down. He still has enraged regeneration if things ever go bad. He's trying to get as many heals off of Tasty while he's got it. Tasty using the slows while he can. Next Lightning Lasso is going to put Carry in a bad situation. Might have to go for a setup. Tasty popping into his cooldowns right now. That's going to be Sky Fury Totem on one side. Carry has Reflect available. Tasty has Wall up and running. And that could be still a huge damage out of Tasty. That's going to be a Stormbolt onto Tasty. Carry Lightning Lasso carry got himself quite a bit of healing though. Waited a little bit. Bit of healing from the totem as well. Daisy still has not even been able to Earthshock this guy, man. He's been having the hardest time getting himself Maelstrom. Just playing a Ghost Wolf defensively, just trying to run away from this monster warrior. Is gonna get hit with a stun by a Primal Earth Elemental. Gonna be a second wall available for Tasty in case things go bad. Knock and carry back. Does he have a leap? Charging to the pet instead. Is gonna be able to recover quite a bit of health off of the pet. Tasty should pull his pet back because it's gonna be quite free healing for carry. Is gonna go for a bit of a blaster. Finally, Tasty has the Maelstrom to Earthshock the guy. Trinkets out of that Stormbolt short. Lightning Lasso into carry. He's quite low. The procs is still going off. Is going to get the procs of his own with the Underrod Trinket. He's still alive. He's still kicking. Killing that totem immediately. Daisy, so he gets himself a nice big Lightning Lasso. He might have himself a good setup. Carry, using Rage Regeneration right now. Actually going to reflect that eggs back into Tasty. If he's able to continue trucking the damage along, not let Tasty go. Might be in a good spot. Hit him with a Fear. Hit him with a slow. Tasty back into Ghost Wolf. Carry cannot be stopped. Stormbolt onto Tasty. Doesn't want to get knocked back behind. So he's positioned himself in a good spot. Tasty going to knock him back a little bit. Lightning Lasso off of that charge. Trinkets out of it. Executes coming out. Tasty has barely anything and down he goes. Getting him with a flag and carry. Taking him out. Probably one of the longest duels between a Shaman and a Warrior. And Kenny, this is the worst pick for you to be in. Trying to make Frost work here against carry. Oh, got a bit of a picture. There we go. Nice Mog carry. I like that, dude. Look at that Mog. I love all the bits and pieces, man. He got like a bunch of pieces from other expansions and patches and stuff. But it looks so good put together. I gotta give him credit. Canyon trying to see if he can open up with Frostbolt. Not gonna happen. Stormbolt coming out. Carry is actually gonna have the perfect counter with that auto town. Let's take him out of slows. If we can just hit Canyon's pet, he'll be in a good spot. Actually reflecting one of the Frostbolts fact as a slow to Canyon. Is going to shimmer away. Try to hit the pet. Might just want to keep the pet next to him the whole time. So carry has nothing to hit. That's where Canyon needs to get a huge shatter combo rolling. He needs to have a massive shatter combo rolling. Is going to get a little bit of a shatter. Frostbolt off of that. Crucible to fall. A big leap for carry. Going to be a port for Canny. Carry. Canny. I'm going to confuse both of those names pretty easily, boys. That's going to be Carry with a little bit of damage right now. Got himself Icy Veins rolling. Lots of AAs. That's going to be Carry with a Fear of Carry. Trembling in front of Carry. Is going to go for Ice Block. Not letting Carry get any kind of heals. Has the pet. Should be using the pet to cut away. Actually might be able to get enough. Whoa, the shatters. He actually did it. With a little bit of a Crucible on top of it to give Frost Mage a little bit more of a sustain. And Angie is going to be up next. Give it, I think, a little bit of a sketch out with it too. Is that like a thing he does? Like, oh, I'm going to end up killing this guy. Snip. Alright, Angie. Versus Canny. I think it's been a while since we've seen a Frost Mage do that well in a duel. That's going to be one of his Icebox out. Does have a reset for it if things go bad. Gonna get a root onto Angie early on. I-Beam coming out is gonna be able to cleave him and his pet quite a bit. Another root coming out. There's gonna be a lot of shatters needed for Canny. Needs to keep the enemy slowed at all times and shattering all the time. Is gonna hit him with a root yet again. Crucible's flying for Angie. Blizzard coming out for Canny. Getting interrupted on those blizzards though with a short stun to follow. Needs to land a polymorph onto the Demon Hunter. Does land it. Is that gonna be a trinket? Actually, trinkets at the very last second to get re-polymorphed. Candy, what a setup just now. Is going to be able to get a couple shadows onto Angie. Quite a bit too. Ebon Bolt to follow with a Ray of Frost right afterwards. Is going to hit with a stun from a distance. Candy, but needs to go for a little bit of healing. Does interrupt Angie on the I-Beam. Gonna be a little bit of a Frozen Orb right now. Angie can't even go anywhere. Just stuck next to the Frozen Orb. Quite a lot of damage for Candy right now. Is going to blink away again. Is stealing the Underrod proc from Angie. Going to use the Underrod proc for a self-heal himself instead. Is going to get himself a little bit of a shield. The Frost Mage shield is a little bit bigger than the other Mage's shield. Is going to land a polymorph onto Angie instead. Looking for a reset completely. Is going to use Crucible defensively. Summon a Freshwater Elemental Frostbolt to follow. Polymorph again. I think he's trying to build up. He's trying to build up icicles at this point. Yeah, I think that's what Kenny is doing. Ice block off of that I-Beam. Still in a very, very bad spot. Shortest poly in the world. And Kenny is going to go for a huge shatter. Hoping the icicles do a little bit of work. The icicles are not flying though. And Ken is still in a bad spot. Barely any health. Temporal coming out. Imprison to follow. I think he's basically done. Let's try to see if he can Cone of Cold down the Demon Hunter. Not gonna happen. Can he try to go for a setup with icicles? Very interesting play but didn't quite do it. Is that going to be Judo Master next? It is. Angie bailing out of there, trying to make sure he's fighting the monk while in metamorphosis at all times. 14 minutes and 60% dampening. Touch of Death coming down onto Angie. No trinket for this one. Might be able to shot him out at the very last second. Should be spamming shot him out right now. That could be one shot. Touch of Death, basically a one shot. Didn't quite land that shot him out. Actually, Judo even put up Ring of Peace in case Angie tried to go for a shot him out. Is going to fly up in the air. Judo's going to take a couple of those shots from above, but that karma was basically securing him, where Angie is just going to hold back the damage. That would have been huge, though. Angie having to go for a little bit of a self-heal with Crucibles. I-beam to follow as he is disarmed, so he's got to bail out for a second. Blur is up for him for a moment. Now it's going to be a stun on the Fist of Fury. Perfect stun to the fists. But Judo with that Whirling Dragon Punch still ends up connecting and doing the damage he needs. Dirksbine as an Outlaw is up next. It's going to be quite a hard fight for an Outlaw here. Got himself a roll. Great buff for damage and combo point building. So if he got himself a good setup, he might stand a chance here. Is that going to be marked for that stun? Cheap shot to follow. Going to get probably another reset. Second, that's going to be very, very early second stun. Killing Spree to follow. Judo got himself a little bit of a health increase. Barely any health left, however. Is going to land himself a Vivify or two. Looking to get away from the Rogue. The Rogue Dirksbine is actually at a massive advantage. Is going to get hit with a Ring of Peace right after. Keeping the Rogue in combat. Barely any health left. Dampening super high up. Gouge to Judo as Dirksbine does get hit with a disarm. Cycle trying to follow Judo. Trying to reduce the damage of it with his dampened magic. Leg sweep onto Dirksbine. Trying not to use that trinket against this monk. And Judo trying to survive until that karma. 12 seconds left until the karma. Grappling hook coming out for Dirksbine. Going for advantage. Cheap shot onto Judo. Does he have a trinket? Mark for death. Run through. That's all he had. And now Dirksbine is just trying to get away from Fortune. Has a blind if things ever really go bad. Mark for death. Ready. Blind to follow. I guess he has a mark for death ready in case he trinkets a blind. And Dirksbine is going to use it on the buffs. Got himself not the best buffs in the world, but a decent setup for buffs. Decent damage and buffs. Fortune looking to pick up the eye immediately. Dirksbine is going to be down on a vanish. Does have Shadow Meld if things ever go bad. So you could Shadow Meld to re-stealth. Fortune trying to see if he can catch him. Sap comes out by Dirksbine instead. He is going to be able to land the opener onto the monk. Broadsides available for Dirksbine into instant trinket. Trying to see if he can one-shot Dirksbine in the opener, I think. Oh wait, maybe get a trinket out of him. Dirksbine is going to hit with a leg sweep. No touch of death, however. No touch of death. Grapple hooking away. Could be using pistol shot to slow down Fortune. Should be using that every single time. He's going to get a short stun to Fortune. Looking to catch a reset himself. Gouge to follow. Fortune still trucking along. Parry available for Dirksbine. Fortune cannot hit through that parry, but is still able to get some damage through. Killing Spree coming out for that karma. Touching up to follow. Does Dirksbine have a vanish here? Should be Shadow Melding if possible. Trying to go for a heal. Shadow Meld maybe? No. If he had Shadow Meld, that was all he had, but no vanish available. Put him in such a bad spot. Put him behind. And that was a duel where just about everybody got to play. Let's go. I like that, dude. I like when everybody gets to play the game. Holy crap. Canny and Tasty just running away from, running after one another the whole time. And there's just such a close duel. Such a close setup. Oh, you said my friend Quest? What's up, fam? How you doing, dude? Alright, boys. Let's get another one going, yeah? We got time at least for one more. We got time at least for one more, right? At least. Because BFA makes no sense. What's up, Tasty? How you doing, my man? Why is Mage class without self-heal in time when Warrior do more healing the damage? Ah, dude, I don't even... Fire Mages can kind of self-heal. The Absorbs and whatnot. And Crucible, you can go for Crucible playstyle. But it's only Fury Warrior that has self-heal. Arms Warrior doesn't have self-heal. You know what I mean? What's up, mate? What's up, Andrew? How you doing, my dude? What headset do you use? It's like it's a Corsair Void, I think. I don't even, does it say anything? It's a Corsair. It's system here. Motto. It doesn't have like a name, but I think it's a Void. It's not wireless though. Not wireless. Hey, now ready. Kachik in here. Let's go, boys. Ready if you want to back in? Yo, let's get Jack back in, dude. Let's Jack him back in. Let's get Jack and Mexred. We got Kachkin in there, dude. Let's go. Mexred unable to join the queue. Pricey's leader. Yo, Mexred, be lead. Oh, Pricey's there. Yo, let's get Price in there, dude. Let's go. That's the Warlock with the dot heavy proc playstyle. Yo, Price, I need to look you up again, dude. That's insane. It's funny, 2 pets, half HP Kenny. Yeah. And that was the best PvP spec for Warlocks. I would say Destro is really strong right now. Are wired headsets generally better quality than wireless? Well, wireless, I think wired and wireless can be about same quality. It's just the wireless, you need to charge them. I guess it depends. Like if you get an expensive wireless headset, it can be just as good as any wired, I would think. But it's mostly like if you're a streamer and you walk around a lot, you might want a wireless headset. Maybe, but I think a wired one in the end, in most runs, if you're just spending time in front of the computer, you don't really walk around that much, you know. Like I get a lot more work done, I don't need to walk around. I just get the green screen up and running and I just sit here the whole time. So it depends on your needs, I guess. Okay, trying to make sure that Mixred gets lead or Katchikan at that point. Gonna have a leave tonight. That's a Dalio Tasty. Hopefully we'll see you around more, my man. Appreciate you, my boy, eh? Katchikan's lead? Perfect. That works out. Match. Cat Rakan and Jack. Give me a good arena. Give me a hook point. Give me hook point, game. Please. Please. Maybe? Hello? How about a group of Fortunes and Resto Warriors for a challenge? Ready, by the way, I got lead. Of no Fortunes and Resto Warriors? Sounds good, Cat. Sounds good, my man. I might have to requeue again. Hold on, I'm gonna requeue. We got Jack, we got Katchikan. One of you guys was an LFG, I think. So we'll requeue. Or bugged. Or it bugged, which is okay. We'll just keep requeuing over and over. Just keep accepting. Make sure you don't have LFG on. Yeah, what if it was healed so well? I don't know. We got Tolvaron. I was hoping for a hook point, but okay, Tolvaron it is. Tolvaron. Yeah, Tolvaron. So they got Bloodthirst, which heals them 4% of their health. They got Haste Playstyle, which lets them, and Enrage, which gives them shorter cooldowns. Higher haste. Certain abilities become shorter, so you can spam Bloodthirst more often. They have a talent where you charge heal, which increases the healing of your Bloodthirst after you charge. Then there's Enrage Regeneration, which also increases the heal of your Bloodthirst as well, while also giving you a defensive. So Fury Warriors, by the way, have a debuff when they enrage that take more damage. So they have self-healing in order to account for it as a flavor mechanic. But the damage they take is so minimal nowadays in BFA, you don't really even notice it because of a larger health pool. But the healing is quite noticeable, as the healing simply got stronger, but the damage taken has not. So maybe that's why. But they take more damage, technically, but you just don't ever notice it, really. Switch. We got ourselves Ace on Team Blue as a Destro Warlock. Katchikan going back as a... Oh, Arms Warrior. Okay. We got ourselves Maxer in the back. Natural and Pricey playing, I think, more of the Destruction proc playstyle. So if you guys expecting massive chaos balls the whole time, don't be holding your breath. He's more about keeping an emulator on the enemy and melting him from afar. We got Angie in the back. We got Mizik in the back as well. We got Toasty. We got Dirks Brian as that outlaw rogue and Carrie. What, Dirks Brian, where are you going? Wait, what is going on? I think you guys are confusing Pricey. Pricey's like, okay, Dirks Brian just wants to hang out with Katchikan. He misses him. Angie trying to see if he can land us on the open. Is that going to be maybe a succubus opener? No, Pricey, I guess he's going to wait it out. Crucible used on Angie. Double Crucible, actually. Stun to fall. It could go for a Warlock Ford. Is it going to get some dot? Wait, is it playing Affliction? He is actually Affliction, isn't he? You are Affliction, you sly SOB. Angie's taking quite a bit of damage in the opener, but still has that Metamorphosis. Pricey has a lot of haste trying to land a Fear onto Angie. And it's going to go for that Dark Glare, Unstable Affliction, UA spam coming out. Hopefully Angie has a way to deal with all the dot damage. Drop to half health after a Cyclotronic. Those dots are melting. Darkness coming down. And Bryce is just looking to walk away from the guy for just a second, maintaining those dots, letting him do work. Might have to go for a wall here. If you're actually going to go for Reflect with a Fear to follow, Angie cannot interrupt it while Reflect is up. Missing that stun, actually get interrupted on that stun. And Angie is still trucking along while Metamorphosis is up. Lots of healing available. Pricey might have to go for a wall here, looking for a horror effect. Actually going to land himself a Fear horror effect to follow onto Angie. Maybe Fear right after Drain Life coming out. Unless you have a huge heal with Drain Life, Shadow Fear trying to happen. It does happen. Pricey is super low in health though. Angie just got himself massive amount of healing. And Pricey goes down. The Affliction playstyle just couldn't quite work. He should have had a little bit more, I feel like, mobility and just kiting Angie around with the dots. Because the dots themselves could do quite a lot of procs. The dots themselves don't do a lot of damage, but the dots themselves proc. Max Red, try to see if he can come out in the open. Not gonna be able to. Gonna have to wait it out a bit. I haven't seen Max Red in quite a while, actually. What's up, my dude? Opening onto Angie. Try to see if he can get himself a setup. Big old bleed setup. Angie getting the stun onto Max Red. Just trick us out of it. Just trying to let the dots do the work. Is he also playing a dot-based build? He is a Feral, though, so might as well, right? Short stun onto Max Red, sitting it. No chicken available. So if he could do anything about it. And Angie getting him a hit into and in prison for just a second. Make sure War Stomping out of here. Hoping to maybe refresh those dots onto Angie and then bail out of there. Bigger bite. And now getting out of there. Letting the roots do work. Letting the dots just melt the guy. Alrighty, dude. I'm so sad for Pricey, man. Because this playstyle you would think would be amazing for Affliction Warlock with how we play very heavy on dots. The dot heavy playstyle. But it's just, I guess the procs weren't quite there. Or maybe just survivability versus Destra with the Infernal is just not quite there. Going to be a stun to Max Red. He does pre-wall it. Angie, though, healing so much while a Demon Hunter, dude. While in Metamorphosis, just so much incredible healing. Max Red needs to lop him down. Because then, after Angie, everybody else is going to have some healing, but not nearly as much. Not nearly. Max Red catch himself at full health, making sure to even have a Moonfire up on Angie, I think. Unless it was a Swim End. And Angie found himself about half his health. Blur is up. Lots of dots applied to them, but then Metamorphosis comes back in. Lots of healing. Underrod Trinket procking on top of it. Short stun onto Angie. That Underrod Trinket did quite a bit of healing while all that leech is up and running. Root onto Angie. Breaks out of Root pretty quickly and still in the chase for the Feral. The dots are starting to show wear and tear little by little. Interrupting Max. You might be able to just finish him off with the one big bite. Actually goes for a little bit more roots. And that Underrod does quite a bit for them. And going up in the air, lots of healing. The dots might need to be refreshed by Max Red though. He needs to go, I think, for a big old one shot onto Angie eventually. It's going to hit him with a rip and rake and rip and tear. Angie going to get himself a little bit extra healing. Going into Metamorphosis right as the Underrods are proccing back to back. Look at that Underrod proc. He gets a second one though. Oh my god, the leech on the Underrod is huge for Demon Hunter. It's a small-ish heal, but with leech it's so much extra. So much more. So Max Red playing dot heavy playstyle. No wonder Pricey had a hard time with the Demon Hunter, dude. No wonder. Every time he would just get those procs from the dots. Pricey's getting procs onto Angie. But then Angie from all those dots is getting procs of his own. While in Metamorphosis, all that healing is just insane. And Max Red has been trying to see if he can secure some roots onto Angie. But every time he tries to, like, it seems to do a little bit of effort, but not as much as he wants it to. He goes yet another root. Angie, I mean, if he gets another proc right now, it just goes into I-Beam, just reverses all the damage all those dots put up. Max Red should probably just have to go for a full incarn, just get those big shreds and big bites into Angie while coming out, as Angie goes yet into another demon form. Might even have Metamorphosis on soon. It's been a while since he's been able to use it. So 4 minutes might honestly be up. Bash onto Angie. Big bite by Max Red. Trying to see if he can just secure another bite. Does end up taking him out of the end. 5 minutes in. Angie just did so much healing in that amount of time. All those dots, all that play style. Max Red trying to see if he can whittle the enemy down. At that point, he was like, okay, I have to just combo everything. Stun, bite. Second setup components, bite with Brutal Slash. That's just insane, man. I like what they're giving Pricey a funeral here, dude. They gave him a full-on funeral, man. I feel like most of them like, dude, that was not fair. You got to go against the Demon Hunter. That was just not fair. We got a stealthy duel versus Mystic. I swear, those duel just went from a party to a ceremony, dude. It's a funeral service. What is this? Alrighty, Max Red. Alrighty, Mystic. You guys know who you're fighting against. You guys know how things go. At least Pricey died while loved by everybody, except being flagged like that by Carrie. That was BM. But at least he just died around his loved ones, you know what I mean? That's all it's all about. These 5v5 duels is all about the friends you make along the way. It's all about the family. Alright, looks like they're all separating. Alright, Mizik, you might have to pick up the eye. Make sure you might have to pick up the eye too. What? Don't res him. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't you do it. I know you're trying to. Don't you do it. I'm watching you. 6 minutes in, dudes. Rip Price, he paid the price for playing Affliction. Literally. He literally did. Yeah, if he won his Destro, I feel like that he would have could still play the prog-based playstyle as Destruction with those emulates and whatnot. Alright, Mizik coming out of stealth. Did he pick up the eye or did he just come out just to get the duel going? It's gonna be Mizik getting opened up with full bleeds. Roots coming out is gonna have to find a way to deal with Max Red. Max is gonna be able to guide himself a restealth. Mizik might just have to go for Phantom Knives to try to see if he trick out Max Red, if anything. Is gonna reopen on, is gonna be DR'd. That's going to be another Crucible. Mizzy still taking quite a bit of damage. Max should open up with a wall as he's expecting to get a shot from Mizik. Is that going to be a Vendetta maybe? As Mizzy got himself a Poison Bomb prog. That's quite big. Using Crucible right after. Max should trying to see if he can get himself a short War Stomp. Is going to be able to get a War Stomp onto Mizik. I think he was able to apply Bleeds while that was happening. Vendetta running into Mexer. Might have to play very defensively here. He doesn't have any walls though. Has Renewal if things ever go bad. Glocka shot is for Mizik right now in case Mexer has Thorns. And it does look like he's running Thorns. He needs to swap around to the other side. Try to see if he can catch a restyle from Mizik. I think he tried to go in for an opener. Didn't quite get it. Get a shot into Mexer. Trinkets out of it. Might have to go for Renewal right now. Safe to Trinket Procken right now. And it's going to go for Renewal. Get himself a Swiftman blind as Mizik is going to try to get himself a reset. No Trinket available for Max Red. If Mizik still didn't blow Vendetta, I'm pretty sure he already did. Again, Vendetta is a hard cooldown to track because usually when everybody's got cooldowns, they're on fire. Your character screen is on fire, but for Vendetta, it stopped doing that because it's a debuff, not a buff, which I think it still should work. That's going to be a cheap shot onto Mexer, maybe a Kindred shot to follow right after. Perfect opportunity for Mexer to go offensive right now. Look at him, he's on fire. He's doing damage. Got himself a root into Mizik, letting the dots do work. Shot himself for Mizik right now. Kindred shot into Mexer, does get hit with a Kindred Mark Fear ready as well. And if Mexer can just outlive Mizik just by a little bit, use a Crucible offensively, maybe actually got himself quite a bad position. Let's go for a little bit of a heal. Mizik still bleeding out. If Mexer just lets those dots stick out, Mizik will go down eventually. It's going to be him sprinting out. Mexer in the bad position. Wall almost available. Big bite onto Mizik. Going to be advantage for Mizik right now. Could go for the cheap shot. It's going to open over the grove. Bashed by Mexer. Needs to get himself as much healing as humanly possible. Maybe a big old bite. Could be able to get him. Big bite into Mizik. Hits him with the root. Dots are up. Mizik using Crucible. Cheap shot. Cheap down his proc right now is going to give himself a little bit of a heal. Oh, the dot's going to be big enough. Mexer going for regrowth is going to survive it. Mizik still living. Does he get a reset? He does not get a shot into Mexer, and I think Mizik does take down the barrel. That was just so unfortunate. Mizik actually somehow survived with that cheat death, and Ace is going to be up next playing that good old Destro. That's good. What? Trinketing it. Bold move, Cotton. Hopefully it pays off. It's going to get a horror effect with a Chaos Bolt onto Mizik. Maybe a second one saved up already. Yep. I mean, it paid off, but now you don't have a trinket for whoever's going up next, and it's going to be Toasty getting those pets up and running. Shadow Bolts in the opener. Going to be playing with a Succubus CC, and Ace is going to drop down Infernal on top of Toasty, hit him with a bit extra dots. Banish coming out onto that Infernal. Does Ace still get the damage bonuses for that Infernal? Going to be Toasty. Someone in his pets with another portal up and running is going to get his own Guardian of Azeroth rolling. Needs to get himself some hand to go down. So every hand to go down summons even more pets out of the nether portal. Could be quite huge for him. Does he have an interrupt? He doesn't have an interrupt. Reflect coming out off of that Chaos Bolt. I don't think he was able to reflect the Chaos Bolt. Shadow Fury coming in. Toasty actually hitting him with a horror effect instead. Ace trying to run away. Infernal is up. Oh my god. Toasty collapsed all those demons on him. And Natural is up next trying to punish Toasty. Is going to try to get a fear. Trinket fear. Maybe interrupted. No, doesn't get an interrupt. Trinket coming out for Natural. Shield Avengers to follow Toasty. No health available at all. Drain Life is all he has. But he's going to pop that Shield Avengers. Oh, no, maybe not. Does he hit him with Fear? If he hits him with Fear, he might live. Unless Natural bubbles this. Trying to drain life as much as he humanly can. The pet is up and running. Judgment. Oh, Toasty. So close to death. Trying to get way out of here. He's like, run. Oh, no. Down he goes. Sleep well, Prince. Sleep well. Natural now versus Carry. Stormbolt to fall 10 minutes in. 36% dampening. Trumbull is going to lock down Natural. Does a reflect in case Natural goes in for a Hodge. Waits out for the Hodge. Disarm as Natural goes in for Wings. Hodge coming down, and that's going to be a bubble for Natural, trying to min-max his Wings damage. Carry does have the Underrot thing proccing for him. He's still doing just fine. He's going to go with Rampage instead onto Natural. While he got Reckless's running, might be able to get a big fear onto Natural. Execute should be available, so that's it. Natural doesn't have a bob for this one. That's going to be Execute for Carry. Who is up next is going to be Cat Recan, last man standing versus Carry, who doesn't have any health at all. Cat, I think you might just have to take this one. You might just have to beat him, because then you can fight Dirksbind right after. Unless you're gonna, I mean, he could give him on. I don't know how an honor duel will work. I don't know how an honor duel will work in that case. Giving each other a bit of a bow, bit of a salute. I think Kachika might just have to play it out. Carry doesn't have a lot of health to work with, so he might just have to do it, man. Go into defensive stance. He's giving Carry a little bit of time. Wait, is he trying to fight Dirks? I think he wants to put Carry as last so Carry can recover some health. So it could be Dirks versus Cat first, and then Carry can go in full game. I think that's what he's going for. Yeah, if you guys want to do that. If Cat wants to do it, I'm fine with it. Yeah, you guys can go for it. I'm okay with that. Dirksbind is going to open up in stealth onto Cat. Arms Warrior versus Outlaw Rogue. I think Outlaw wins this by a mile, but we'll see. Dirksbind open up with a good little cheap shot. What buffs does he get himself? I don't think he even got himself a buff. If he did, I didn't even notice. But Kachika starting out in defensive stance is going to be a Warbreaker onto Dirksbind as he goes in for a killing spree. Disarm onto Cat, disarm onto Dirksbind. Dirks at least can use pistol shots in order to shoot at Cat. There's going to be Reflect as the Cyclotronic almost comes out. Dirksbind is going to grapple out of there. Could go for Cyclotronic now. And Kachika is going to interrupt it while Avatar is running. Zerka Raging out of that gouge. And that's going to be a little bit of a parry for Dirksbind. Kachika can actually use Overpower to get through that parry. So he is able to do quite a bit of damage actually through it. Going for Whirlwind. I don't know if that actually gets to parry. Blind into Cat. He trinkets out of it. Could be setting himself up in the next stun. Dirksbind, does he have a bleed on him? He does. He did, I think, actually. He opened up with a run through, but I think he opened up while he had a bleed rolling. Kachika could go for a bit of a Blaze Storm. Don't think he's going to catch up to Dirksbind like that, though. Needs to go for a leap charge or something. Sap by Dirks. Dirks is still out in the open, though. Kachika didn't have Zerka Rage for it. See, he came out and maybe like hit him with a throw weapon. Stun onto Cat. He does have Underrot Trinket to help him leverage a little bit of healing, being an Arms Warrior and all. Disarm onto Dirksbind thereafter. Is going to hit him with a Warbreaker. Should be able to hit him with a Mortal Strike right after. Put a big old bleed on the guy. Could be enough damage. Should get a hit with a slow Reap right on top of Dirksbind. He's going to be able to come back to where he killing speed from. Cloak of Shadow's coming out for Dirksbind. But it's not like he can really stop most of the damage from Cat with that cloak. He's looking just to get away from the guy. Catch could use Crucible offensively onto Dirks. Might be enough damage here. If you can get a big old bleed and a bunch of procs, you might have a good setup. Dirks still should have a dot on him. Catch is about half his health. Dirksbind looking to maybe get a recovery. Trying to get some Crimson Vials rolling. That's going to be a sap. Looks like Dirksbind is going to get himself quite a lot of recovery at 56% dampening. So was that double concoction? That might have been. Short stun set up onto Cat. He is going to be able to get a Mortal Strike going onto Dirks. At least Disarm coming out. Disarming Dirks instead. He can pistol shot if needed. Music, hello. Cat doing a bit of a leap. And a fear onto Dirksbind. At least hold him in place. Gouge to follow. No Zerkers for it. But does break through. That's going to be Avatar Blade Storm. And Dirksbind is going to walk away. Should have a bleed on him regardless. Crimson Vial available. And Kachika does not have a leap for it. Sap comes out. He's kind of just stuck in the open, man. He can't really do anything without Sap either. Like, he could Zerka Rage out of it, but it won't really help him, you know what I mean? And Kachika kind of running down little by little on health. Is going to go for Warlock Hellstone right now. Dirksbind should also have a Warlock Hellstone as well, unless he didn't get to use it already. Gouges the Cat. He's going to go for a dive by the sword as Dirksbind is shredding through him little by little. And that's a safe to shrink it up for Dirksbind. Kachika does not have any healing left. Might just go for trying to get an execute onto Dirksbind. Disarm coming out for the both of them. Kachika trickles out of the disarm and does get the kill on Dirksbind at the very end. So at least he gets that. Carry. Now Kachika has no health. Carry has all the health in the world. You guys are not going to be able to do an auto duel at all. But grats Kachika on that one, dude. That's an Arms Warrior win right there. Oh, Carry left. Oh, Kachika left, right? Yeah, Cat left. Okay, cool. So he gives up to Carry. Alrighty, boys. Quite a duel, dude. Cat does have so much to live. I know, right? Should we get those guys going again? Because I felt like Cat's team didn't really get with Pricey. I feel like he needs to get another go, dude. I think he needs to get another round. I think Cat's team needs to get another go, dude. They just got set up against a Demon Hunter, and it was just still so unfortunate. Cat, if your team is still ready, I got Night Raven for you, my guy. We'll get you guys in for another one. Because that was just so unfortunate, man. I want to give him another go. Привет, what's up, Lyric? Lyric 4SV, how's it going? Carry so small? Compared to Cat, he is, yeah. Drew was really good respect. Hell yeah, dude. Max shot is pretty good, yeah. Not bad next time. Yeah, I'll get you in, dude. I'll get you in. Another? Yeah. Yeah. Let's get Cat, Rican, and Night Raven. 2K21 rep to Exalted Volpera. Hell yeah, dude. You should do a Transmog competition. We did a couple of those here and there back in the day. It's been so long though, man. It's been so long. That's for 2 minutes? Okay, I can wait 2 minutes. I can wait 2 minutes. I really would like to see Mexshot go again and Pricey go again. If Pricey wants to go Destro, he's more than welcome to, dude. Pricey was trying out Affliction, and despite how greatly the proc was, Destro Bedot is a lot better than Affliction. That says everything. I don't think it's the Immolate that was so good. It's just that Destro can turn around and turn up the heat. Cataclysm does a lot of damage. Come Flag is a root. Like if Affliction had a root that you can use on like a, what, 6 second, 8 second cooldown with 2 charges, I think Affliction could have an easier chance to stand against yeah, I feel like Affliction could do a lot more. Affliction, dude, your UA breaks fear. If UA didn't break fear, that'd be great, but because you need to get a couple of those UAs and all the dots rolling, and it takes a while for those things to tick. But I think a Chaos Bolt does all the damage in an instant. It's just so much. It's just that Affliction cannot turn up the heat. It's always, you just go dot you up and that's it. You don't have any pressure right after. And you're hoping that, and like Immolate does do a lot more damage than a dot. You're right though, you're right. But even with those procs, like Corruption and Agony, even if you maintain those the whole time, like, I don't know, dude. They gotta do something with Affliction. I would be fine if Affliction got a 20% buff in PvP. Just to the dots. Make, like, Shadow Bolt do less damage, but just buff your dots. Agony, Corruption, the, what is the talented one? Siphon Life. UA, by 20% in PvP. I'll be okay with it. Classic is on this cup of tea. I play a little bit of Classic here and there, but I don't stream it. We ready? Alrighty, perfect. Night Raven and Catchican. I want to put you guys in Hook Point. I wonder if that'll let me do it. I'm going to try Hook. Because I want to see you guys play on Hook Point. And there it is. I love Hook Point, dude. That's my favorite map, I think. At Teleport and Mortal Coil, separate trees, it would change a lot. Yeah, I guess so. If that was like the base toolkit, I agree. I don't disagree. But I think even if they had like a Come Flag of their own, that would totally do it too. Oh, Fortune's team picking up Snoopy. Oh my. 49k execute, that was brutal, dude. Dublin is where it's at, man. Huge executes for that guy. Holy shit. Gotcha and Pricey. Hopefully the rest of your team is ready. Yeah, they're trickling in. They're trickling in little by little. Alrighty, boys. Switch. Who do we got? We got Canny on Team Red playing out that Arcane Mage. Fortune in the back as a Windwalker. Judo hanging out as a Windwalker as well. Raven in the back. I think Assassination. And we got Snoopy. Just looking in the direction. He's just looking out in the warfront, man. He's just looking for the fish. He's just a cat out of water, dude. He wants to get them fish. We also got on Team Blue. We got Ace. We got Catchica playing more of that Arms Warrior goodness. Max Red in the back as a Feral. Natchez a Red Pally. And we got Pricey. I wonder if he's going to stay Affliction or go Destruction. It looks like Ace is going to be going up first as a Destro Warlock. Fortune already getting on top of the guy. Tiger's lost to Follow. Does get interrupted on, I think, one of the pets. That's going to be a horror effect for Ace. Is trying to get himself an Immolate. Not going to happen. Ace trinking it out of that Incap, though. Getting lined up with Alexiup to Follow. Is going to get a wall up and running. Fortune popping out of that situation. Is going to port out of there. That is going to be a full Infernal up and running. Ace needs to get those Cannibals back up in there. Back to back. Gonna try to go for a second, but CC not gonna happen. Karma to Follow. Ace actually unable to do anything. Karma, wait, did he actually hit Fortune with a Karma? Is that what's going on? He's melting right now. What is that? He did a Karma. Did he Chaos Bolt into the Karma? Did he Chaos Bolt the biggest Chaos Bolt into the Karma or something just now? That must have been it. That must have been it. Because he just got melted. Just ticking down with the biggest dots ever. Holy crap. Fortune is going to be up next though versus Pricey. Has the pet in the back. Is going to generate some chi from the pet. Spamming those verifies. Pricey playing that destruction proc playstyle too. So we're going to see how well it works out for him playing Destro with the procs. Then Affliction, for example. In cap onto Pricey. Leg sweep to follow. Fist of Fury flying for Fortune. Trying to do as much damage as he can. And Pricey is going to drop down Infernal on top of him. And Fortune looking to get away out of there. It's going to be Crucible that hits him. Price is still doing just fine. Infernal is going to do quite a lot here. Fortune, does he have a trinket at this point? I think he does. Unless he used a human Rachel for summon earlier. Which he might have. Pricey, not really given an opportunity to hit Fortune. Has to go for a little bit of Rain of Fire to build up a little bit of damage for those Chaos Bolts. Is going to get a trinket out for Fortune. He's trying to go for a big old touch of death onto Pricey. Trying to get out a Chaos Bolt. Going to be a big touch of death. Fear onto Fortune. And it's going to land a big Chaos Bolt at Fortune. Stun to fall with a Shadow Fury. Cataclysm Mirage for Fortune does get himself Dispel Magic by a little bit. Another Chaos Bolt to follow with a Fear Raptor. With a Karma for Fortune. Pricey just to survive this long enough. Has wall. If things ever really go bad, needs a Warlock Hellstone. Is going to use it here. Will not be able to get a Fear onto Fortune for quite a while. And Fortune, those procs are actually doing quite a bit of damage, but so it's a Chaos Ball damage for Pricey. Immolate, does he land it? He doesn't even land the Immolate. No, Pricey. He needs to get himself a Succubus CC. I think he's trying to go for Succubus Seduction right now, just to get an angle on Fortune. Fortune's just rolling, but making short rolls. He doesn't go far. He's supposed to get around the pillar. They're just kiting around for a bit. Pricey, does he have a horror effect set up? Trinket out of the leg sweep. Might have a horror to follow. The Fortune does not have a trinket anymore. Is going to get interrupted on fire, however. Fire, not locking out of that chaos damage, though. Is going to get an Immolate rolling. Finally, Pricey is going to be able to get quite a bit of procs on Fortune just by having that Immolate on the guy. Vivifies again, spammed out, is going to pour it away. Fortune got the mobility, though. Every time Pricey finally gets an angle on the guy, he's just not going to be able to do it. That's going to be a Tiger's Lust. Does get interrupted on Fear, however, into a Succubus CC. Finally, Pricey has him in this place for just a second. Fear to follow, incinerates right after. Fortune looking to get a bit of damage on Pricey. Is not going to allow him the Warlock procs at all. Fortune dropping down health little by little. No Karma available for quite a bit. Wall coming out is going to increase his health in general. Could that be a big touch of death onto Pricey? Is going to bail out of the horror effect onto Fortune. Chaos Bolt right after. Double Chaos Bolt to follow. Is going to dispel magic. Disperse magic for a second. Into a full stun to Fortune. Has a Karma if things ever really go bad. And he's going to lock down Pricey. Karma didn't even come out. Mech Shred trying to see if he can lock out Fortune. And it's going to be a Karma immediately for the Monk. Just gonna root him in place for a second. Does interrupt him on a cast. Right before even the cast came off, Fortune locked out completely. Looking to get away for just a moment. That was quite a big Karma for him. At least to stop Mexor and finish him off. Big Ring of Peace. Not gonna be able to catch up to the Monk for at least a little bit. But Mexor, I think, is out for blood, man. Is gonna get an interrupt on it. In cap though, regardless. Fortune is not gonna be able to catch up on heals, at least for a moment. Mexor, being a feral, does have passive mobility, which might be huge for him. Fortune using the port a little bit too early, I think. Mexor is just gonna run up to him. Trinkets out of the stun immediately. Fist of Fury trying to fly. Mexor could go for Thorns if he wanted. Does he even run Thorns? Maybe not in this build. Touch of Death on Mexor might have to wall this though. Could be Renewal coming out right after. This is a perfect opportunity for Mexor to turn this damage around. Touch of Death is going to tick up on him, but not the biggest tick ever. That wall just basically denies most of that Touch of Death damage, and the Feral is going to be able to catch a reset unless Fortune is able to stop him, which he does get to. Fist of Fury locking the Feral out with that Thorns right after. It's actually going to root Mech Shred in that Ring of Peace. I don't know if he meant to do that. I think he meant to root him, but I don't think he meant to Ring of Peace him. One or the other. It is still going to land that open. A Fortune, though, is still a little bit ahead. Karma coming up in only about 12 seconds. In cap onto Mech Shred. Still just trying to get himself as much healing as humanly possible. That's going to be a full stun onto Mech Shred. Fortune does not have a big touch of death. Is going to get the images with a Fist of Fury. Mech Shred used to be aware of the situation. Karma could come out any moment. Fortune cycling in through his wall right now. Could be a Karma right here. Trying to see if he could all in Mech Shred right now. Is going to get those Karma points built up. Could go for a big old bite or anything. I think he's just saving it for a little bit later time. He's going to go for a short stun to Fortune. Karma to follow. Mech Shred has a wall coming up very, very soon. Thorns are up. He's actually reflecting those thorns back into himself under Karma, and down he goes. No. Mech Shred just couldn't quite do it. We finally see Mech Shred after not seeing him for so long, and Fortune taking him out. That Karma reflecting on those thorns. Should have canceled it a little bit earlier, maybe. Want me to go? I think Patrick was supposed to be going next versus Fortune, but he's like, oh no. Oh no. No. I must do this. It's like a drama playing out in front of us, boys. Alright. Kachka knows. He's just like, nah, I'm gonna have fun with this guy. You got this. You got this, Cat. I believe in you, man. Fortune fully healed up, man. He's ready. Oh, show him as the big cow. Is Fortune trying to swap out somebody? No, I don't think he is. Is he just trying to wait for the guy, yeah? He's just walking. He's waiting for the dampening, I think, because he's actually going to help him quite a bit with the dampening. Like, the longer the dampening goes on, the harder it is going to be for Fortune to keep recovering. Then eventually Fortune will just have to go all in. Maybe? Is he trying to duel somebody else, maybe? Or is he going to duel Fortune? Maybe he's trying to be like, yo, Fortune, can I duel somebody else just so, like, I can actually play the game for a bit? Or not? Oh, yeah? I don't know what's going on. Maybe kind of just wasting time. He doesn't realize the dampening and all of that. Is he trying to duel Snoopy? Is that what it is? Is Snoopy getting to play? Snoopy's like, wait, what happened? He's just running into the wall the whole time. I think Cat is, yeah, I think Cat doesn't want to duel Fortune. I think he wants to duel somebody else. And I guess Snoopy is going to be the guy. Snoopy actually wouldn't be able to catch a re-stealth if Kachikin got that trait working for him. So rogue re-stealth is literally impossible with that trait just firing away, because it'll just fire at stealthies too. Alright, really, Cat? You would rather fight a feral? As a Tauren warrior? Arms warrior? Feral? Over a monk? Oh no, Snoopy getting his opener. He's going for big damage, big bite to follow. Double Crucible Raft. Kachikin is already melting to the dots. But being played, he does have a little bit of extra health to work for. Warbreaker coming out. Snoopy is going to bail away from him, just running out of that leap. Kachikin having to use Crucible defensively, 70% dampening, so the heal is still going to be quite sizable. Snoopy popping in with Thorns as well as a Wall Blazer coming out for Cat while Reflect was up and running. Snoopy looking to catch himself a reset. Actual steal does land. Kachikin shrinking it out of the rake. Thorns is still up on Snoopy. If Kachikin can get himself another Mortal Strike, huge setup, he might be able to do it. Regrowth coming out for Snoopy. Kachikin sitting rooted. Can't really do anything right now. I'm looking to get a bit of a whirlwinds here and there. Snoopy using his Crucibles offensively again. Kachikin is super behind. Got himself a little bit of health. Does a Warlock Hellstones from Ace. Oh, pricey. Big bite by Snoopy. The Underrot Chicken is going to do quite a bit of healing, but not the biggest kind, maybe. Does reflect a Rude back onto Snoopy and charge into intercept him right after. Fear while Snoopy's out in the open. He still has a trinket if things ever needed. And Kachikin's trait is, or was, proccing, which would have stopped Snoopy from being able to catch a reset. I don't think it's going to work here, though. Yep. Still landing that opener. There's not a lot you can really do as Arms Warrior against a Feral. Double stun by Snoopy, looking just to end it right here. Kachikin getting himself impending victory as a bit of heal. Still not giving up though. Reflect is up for those Thorns, and Snoopy is going to bail out of there. Kachikin get himself a Crucible heal for a second. Barely any health left. Trying to wait out. Underrod coming in so soon. Actually get himself a little bit of healing with Commanding Shout. Gets at least enough health in order to keep struggling here. That's going to be Avatar as Bash comes in. Does Snoopy get a big old bite to end it here? Does. That's very, very unlucky. A Natural trying to get a Crucible at Snoopy, trying to continue on. Snoopy actually does get to play the game at least. He hasn't got to play today at all. So better than nothing. For Natural, all he needs to do is get a full stun into Snoopy, force a Trinket out of the guy, and then you wings to lock him down. Trinket it out of that maim a little bit early, which might be good for Snoopy. Shield of Vengeance coming up for Natural, trying to get those bleeds to proc on Snoopy, and actually forcing a Trinket out of him with a Hodge without popping wings yet. Actually, no, he did pop wings. No wonder Snoopy bailed out of there. He bailed out of there quick. That Shield of Vengeance is going to pop before Snoopy engages in combat again. Now he'll be able to at least bleed out the Paladin. 30% dampening coming in as we hit the 10-minute mark, boys. 30% dampening for this guy. Natural taking quite a bit of damage. The Thorns are up and running. Is going to go for a bubble with second set of wings. Does he have a Hodge to lock down Snoopy? Got himself quite a bit of damage from the Templars, though. That did give him a 100% crit. So that would be huge. If you had a Judgment rolling and an Execution Sentence rolling, that'd be quite a bit of damage. Snoopy's looking for full reset. Natural, no Trinket available. Bob available if things are needed. And Snoopy is going to be able to at least put bleeds, put pressure on the guy, and maybe disengage as the Bob comes out. If Natural can wait for another set of wings and Hodge Snoopy without a wall that he has right now, goes for a Hodge, but the wall is there. Natural does not have wings though. So maybe the Hodge still will do something. There's going to be a restun onto Natural, does bop out of it, and Snoopy does have Crucible though. That could be enough damage. Natural is still melting. Moonfire coming down. He's just trying to flashlight himself as best as he can. The Snoopy got thorns up and running. Could go for a skull bash if needed. Natural just in a bad spot. Big bite. And down he goes. Snoopy taking 2 of them out. Back to back. Fortin taking 2 of them out. I guess one of them left. Maybe. Looks like it. Either way. Good duels, everybody. Dude, Pricey just out of the frying pan into the goddamn oven, dude. Has to go up against a demon hunter and then a monk right after. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Go one more 5-5s or nope? If we got a group, we could, yeah. I just feel like we already played out all the different matches that are up here. All the matches that are up for the day. So I don't think we'll see anything new. You know, it's monks and demon hunters, man. That's what's been dominating the EU recently. Catch can play Fury. We could do one more with Catch can plays Fury. If probably shouldn't took away 20% of the druid's mana, it would probably change the playstyle. Probably. Probably. I think at one point it used to be expensive. I will not go first, or any chance my boys go first. So he has a chance to make the plays. I'll go reforge. Alright, Cat. Sounds good, my man. Down this stream extra long, you think so? And as for Shaman need a buff, I agree with you, Jack. Jack actually got 5 ready, so we could get Katchikan versus Jack this time. I coming on a Blood DK Swarley, dude. Blood DK, really? Oh, no. If you go Frost or Unholy, I think it'll be fine. But Blood DK, I think it'll make the games insanely long. Are you serious, my dude? This time, I'm going arms. Alright, Jack. Sounds good, my man. Did Jack change his team at all? Does he have variety? Me versus Jack's team? Yeah, we'll get Mextra team versus Jack. I think we'll do that. Shaman needs to go back to how it was back in WoD. How it was in WoD? Wasn't enhancement bad in WoD? Hello? I thought enhancement was insane in Legion, but terrible in WoD. I remember people complaining about enhancement back in WoD, dude. Because it had the mastery, and then they had a stat called multi-strike, where ability has a chance to strike again than a reduced rate. Basically, like to account for like an extra, almost like a crit. Like crit increases the damage you would do by a certain percentage, but multi-strike has a chance to hit again. It's basically Shaman Mastery, and then they had to nerf the shit out of Shaman Mastery, so it was all very diluted. Or was it just me? Let's give me a chamois here, dude. Night Raven does have taste, or doesn't have taste, I don't think, anymore. So I'll wait. This time I'm going arms. Alright, we get Jack versus Mextra. Once Katchikan is ready, and we'll queue him. Once he's ready, we'll queue him. Cool Demon Hunter. We got plenty of Demon Hunters made. I think you'll enjoy some of the videos we have with DHs. We have so many DHs and monks, dude. It's not even funny. Not wishing to fight, that's good at kiting, but decided to fight a feral that's good at kiting instead. Kind of choosing between Anvil falling in the head or piano, but Admirable. I know, right? It's a tough one. But Katchika's playing arms, and he probably thought, you know what, no way I can beat Fortin. But maybe with a feral, with Reflect, with Thorns, I might have his chance. Supergear like Psycho enhancement. It's and Blood of the Enemy maybe. No, Blood of the Enemy with enhanced could be also pretty good. But yeah, Psycho is pretty super geared. In WoD, if you played enhanced well in WoD, you can counter any class. Enhanced, yes. Oh, you said enhanced, not elemental. For some reason I thought you said elemental. My bad. No, enhanced might be good. Want the rogue really, not the feral, but he said no. You don't know what? He was the rogue. Ah, rip. So it's a great skill, but a great enhanced we could shut down any other class that was main back then. I don't remember enhanced in WoD at all, but you might be right. I don't remember that class. I thought you said Ellie for some reason. I can't read. That's my bad. I didn't read. So the whole world was his Apathoras. Yeah, the big Blood of the Enemy. Cuban ready? Alrighty, perfect. One more, boys. Last one for the evening. The bottom of the night. The EU boys are ready for at least one more game. Invite spectator match. We got Jack versus Catracan. 5, random arena. We'll see where that one goes. Tigers peek. What tigers are peeking? They're peeking at you in the bathroom. Those naughty tigers. Naughty tigers. Alrighty, boys. So Twitch. We got ourselves team, but let's go team red with Dirks Brian. I didn't want to go. Problematic somewhere in there. It's problematic that I can't see this guy. Oh, there you are. Hey, how's it going? Hey, your mug is problematic somewhere out there. Who's that other guy? Wait, is that Carrie? What was that? What was that? We got ourselves Toasty as well as Mizik. We got ourselves Team Blue. We got Ace with Team Max Shred, we got Natural as a Retribution Paladin, just hanging out by the candles. Pricey, I think, back on a Destruction, and catching him back on his Fury Warrior goodness. Let's go, boys. Let's go. Alrighty, we're gonna see ourselves how this is gonna go. I like the mix of variety here. Sometimes you guys give me like 2 monks, demon hunters, I'm like, but a variety here. No monks, no demon hunters? Whoa. We got 1 feral though, so maybe he'll be the champ. But you never really know. It looks like Kachika is going to be going up first as a Fury. We're charging out Toasty, setting up a little bit of a gate. We're playing the Destruction Warlock. Needs to be really aware of what his pet ends up doing. Needs to make sure his pet is attacking the right guy, because last time it didn't quite work well for him. Kachika landing a charge Stormbolt onto Toasty in the opener, getting hit with an axe toss by the pet. That's going to be fear on Toasty. Zerk raging out of it as soon as he is out of that stun. Second Fear trying to come out for Toasty. Kachika could maybe go for a black. Actually gets hit with a full Fear. With another portal to follow for Toasty, he's going to be able to get quite a bit of pets. It's going to be one of the Felgars. Needs to summon as many pets as humanly possible. Trying to get himself a Tyrant. And a Gul'dan is going to come out. Summoning a Tyrant. That's going to be stunned by not Tasty, Kachika for just a second. Toasty still needs to get himself the Tyrant rolling. It's going to be Trinket out of the Horrific Stormbolt onto Toasty. Axe toss coming out. Does Kachika have an interrupt? He does. Toasty is not looking that good. Executes might be coming out. Actually walks Kachika out of the Boskage Bombers. And that's going to be a big old execute by Kachika as he just trained him down. Didn't get the Tyrant out at all. Could have played the CC a little bit more efficiently there. While Wall was up, that was a perfect opportunity for him to get all of the damage out. And Problematic, he's going to try to see if he can just grab Pyre Kachika out of here in the opener. Meteor with Combustion to follow. Kachika popping Reflector, just trying to see if he can run away from Problematic. The damage is a little problematic. Problematic actually ended up reflecting some of the damage back into his shield. Kachika could go to Stormbolt him, slow him, and run the hell out of this. So Mage is going to have a little bit of a hard time getting to Cat. And he's just hiding away from the Mages the whole time. Might even be able to mount up. Kachika needs to be aware of the breath. That's going to be... Oh, maybe he has Reflect for this one. Maybe it has Reflect for that one. Reflect the last moment is going to reflect the Maledict and the Greater Pyro turning on the Temporal. Reflect actually reflected Greater Pyro. And it looked like Maledict got reflected, but Kachika still is taking the effects of it. Weird. Very, very weird, but Kachika finally able to get some damage. That's going to be a Stormbolt locking down Problematic for just a second. Does not have a blink to get out of those stuns. Has Shimmer instead. Is going to go for a little bit of damage. Meteor coming down. Kachika walking out of the Meteor. Getting hit with a Root. It's going to go for a little bit of a Blade Storm. That's going to be Ring of Frost. Does not complete. Fireball coming out for Problematic, but Kachika is still hanging in there. Still trying to get as much damage out of Problematic. Is going to interrupt him on Frost. Breath coming out. Could get hit with a Polymorph right now. Does not have interrupt for a little bit. Ring of Frost coming in. Kachika has no answer for it right now. Does he walk up to maybe... Problematic is trying to get him to walk into the ring. If he can do it, that'll be great. Stormbolt onto the Mage. It's going to take a little bit of that Rampage damage back to back. Temporal coming out, and Kachika is just going to peel away from him for just a second. Does he have Blade Storm for this? Does he? Problematic is just looking to get the hell away from the guy. Polymer, does he get reflected? No, he actually eats it. That's going to be Problematic. It's up to him to get the full setup here. Ring of Frost and everything gets out. Lets out a Greater Pyroblast, and that's it. He does not follow up with more CC right after. Kachika leaping on top of Problematic. Breath to follow. Breaks out of it immediately. Is going to charge on top of Problematic. Combustion coming out for a Mage. It's going to get a Reflect rolling. And it's going to be a Mage sitting in an Ice Block. Kachika needs to be aware of his situation. Could be a Breath. Could be a... Yeah, Nova coming out. That's going to be a Blade Storm immediately, like a beautiful ballerina. He's spinning out of control, out of that situation. Breath into Cat to follow. Ring of Frost getting interrupted. Problematic. Still has quite a bit of shields. Has a Temporal. Kachika does not want to hit into Temporal. Doesn't want the Mage catch a restall though. Executes is coming out, and down he goes. Kachika taking out a second one. Grapple hook by Darksbind to follow. Should be a little bit of a matchup for Kachika than when he was playing his arms as Fury this time. But Outlaw should have some advantage over the Warrior. Double disarm for the both of them. Kachika still holding on to Trinket if things ever go bad. Does get her slow on the Darksbind that he needs to maintain at all times. Shortest stun in the world. Darksbind using Crucible, double Crucible onto Cat to do as much damage as possible. Stormbolt is going to force a Trinket out of Darksbind. Does grapple hook not far enough at all. That's going to be maybe Whirlwind getting him out of stealth. Could maybe get some dots. He does play Crucible, I think. Does Kachika play Crucible? Actually, that's a good question. Does Cat play Crucible or does he play Conflict and Strife for these? Hard to tell. Cat, what do you play for these? Crucible, right? Has to be. Killing Spree for Darksbind. Kachika just going to stand his ground right next to where Darksbind is going to reappear from. This is going to keep trucking damage. Cyclotronic trying to come out. Going to be a Stormbolt by Cat. Perfect opportunity for him to get quite a bit of damage. Blaze Storm to follow in case it was going to be CC out of Dirksbine. Does land a stun into Cat to follow regardless though. With a parry up, Dirksbine is actually going to be pretty immune. Cat can use War Stomp to stun Dirksbine and disarm him while the parry is up and running. So at least while the parry is up, you can't really do much about the damage. Grapple hook and not really all that far. Kachika breaking out of that gouge to follow. Short stun onto Cat. Blind to follow. He trickets out of immediately. Cloak Shadow is up for Dirksbine. I think Kachika might be rolling Conflict and Strive. He's trying to land an execute on Dirksbine. Safety Trinket is the only thing between him and the big damage. And Dirksbine actually bails out of the duel as Kachika does end up taking him out. We also got Mizik. We got Carrie. Those are the only two guys left. One of you guys got to come out. It looks like Carrie is going to be coming out of retirement for this one versus Cat, who has every cooldown but a trinket up. Rolling Stormbolt. Does he roll disarm? He does. So he's actually prepared to fight Carrie in a perfect one-on-one. So I wonder what kind of setup Carrie got going on. Does he run disarm? Kachkan went for a full defensive toolkit. He got Stormbolt, disarm, he got reflect. So I think Kachkan might actually be running Conflict and Strive then, in order to make sure he gets as many abilities he can for his honor talents. Because one of them will have to be a battle chance every time he uses what is it? Raging Blow twice in a row. He gets himself a hot. And rage generation over time. Going to be a double disarm for the both of them. As Carrie and both Cat go into recklessness. And Kachika popping in huge damage right now. Going to be a Blaze Storm for Carrie for just a little bit. He's just trying to immune any kind of CC. Kachika taking quite a bit of damage from Carrie. The Fear to follow does land a charge heal regardless though. And Kachika needs to turn up the heat. We'll have a tricky coming up very, very soon. Next time he gets locked out of Carrie, needs to force out defenses out of Carrie as soon as humanly possible. Carrie has plenty of health to start with. Once a Fury Warrior starts low on health, it's so difficult to recover. Kachika needs to equalize the health as best he can. Actually going to leap away from Carrie. Picking up the eye by accident. 5% extra damage is going to land a charge into Carrie. Equalizing that health. Stormbolt does come out. Carrie with that Underrot trick, you're going to get quite a bit of healing here. But Kachika is at least back up to where he needs to be. I believe as far as we know Fury Warriors, the lower the enemy's health, the more bloodthirst Fury Warriors can do. So once you've fallen behind on health, the more healing the other guy is going to have. But Kachika being high enough of health like here might be good enough. Zerka Rage coming out, but still does not deny the charge for Carrie. That's going to be a charge for Kachika and recovering quite a bit of health. Needs to go offensive at one point. Kachika needs to force damage into Carrie. Got him on the ropes right now. Going to be a Stormbolt for Carrie, recovering quite a bit of health here and turning the damage back up on Kachika. And Kachika needs to keep the heat to the fight, needs to keep his feet to the fire. Carrie has been getting super offensive with his bursts as often as he can. Another charge by Cat. Carrie popping in that Recklessness. Kachika should have his own Recklessness available super soon. But Carrie got quite a bit of offensive pressure. Charged onto Cat into a disarm. Not going to be healed. Going to be a disarm onto Cat. And Carrie does trinket out of the disarm just to snag that heal. And Kachika getting that Stormbolt. No trinket for Carrie available. Getting a big old Rampage rolling Stormbolt onto Cat. Not trinket this one. Carrie's going to get himself quite a bit of healing. One difference we have here is Carrie is running the Underrot Trinket, Kachika is not. So Carrie is getting quite a bit of extra resource for a free heal. Bloodthirst is still going to do a lot of healing, but that Underrot Trinket is going to do quite a lot as well. Carrie, Zerka raging out of the fear at the last second, but Kachika still does snag that charge. Carrie trying to maintain his health, try not to fall too far behind, and Kachika is going on the offensive right now. Stormbolt onto Carrie. Hopefully he has a big old setup, getting that Raging Blow set up into he actually Blade Storms a Stormbolt, so Kachika can still continue putting the pressure, and Carrie is the one going for Enrage Regeneration, not giving the opportunity to get any healing. Kachika leaping on top of where everybody else is at. Carrie at least the Underrot Trinket get himself a little bit of a heal is going to be Kachika's charge here. Carrie still recovered quite a bit of healing from the Underrot, but that's going to be Enrage Regeneration down for the count. That Underrot is proccing quite heavily for him though. Kachika holding on to his own heal for now, getting a Stormbolt onto Carrie, does not have a charge to follow from it. Stormbolt onto Cat though. Carrie can turn this around right here. Kachika still is holding on his ace up his sleeve. Commanding Shot available for both the warriors. Carrie, 40 seconds on that trinket. Kachika has a trinket, has Enrage Regen, has Commanding Shout. So Carrie now needs to put on the heat on Cat. He needs to put as much offensive pressure as he can. Maybe even utilize that Underrot Trinket for any self-sustain. Not worry too much about self-heal, but worry about trying to set up a big damage combo. Drink actually brailing out of that Stormbolt using the human racial to get out of it early to land a charge on the Cat, trying to stay aggressive. But his health is so behind Kachika. No, maybe he's not able to turn around. with that Stormbolt coming in. Kachika's health is going to take a little bit of a dip, has enrage regen if things ever go bad. 27% dampening, so the longer the dampening goes on, the harder it's going to be to recover. Kachika using enrage regeneration, no disarms for him, is able to get a full setup with all the heals, not getting the charge heal, but able to get those bloodthirsts back to back. Carry not going to have a trinket for a bit. He did use the human racial, so he's going to put a trinket on about a minute 30 cooldown, so I think the next Stormbolt, he might have a go for it, he might have a trinket for it. Might use it, might not even use the Stormbolt onto Cat. Carry catching himself a charged heal, trying to get aggressive, but more defensive really. Should be trying to get aggressive though. Carry just needs to stop worrying about his health and just go full Hambo, get Katrikan's health low. The lower the enemy's health is, the more bloodthirsty you'll be able to do. You'll be able to recover health. You just gotta focus on damage, and Katrikan now got himself rampage rolling. Stormbolt is up, no trinket available for Carry, sitting at about half his health. Enrage regen available so soon. Disarm should be available for Cat in case things go bad, but Carry could maybe go for enrage regen off of this charge. Not gonna do it, trying to hold it back, trying to go rampage himself. This is where now he might want to think defensive. Now he might want to play defensively. Gonna be a little bit of a blade storm in case Cat goes for a disarm in the execute range. Kachika breaks out of the fear immediately. Carry needs to get himself some heals. Short stone onto Carry right now. Kachika is gonna get a charge heal. Carry Zerker Rage coming out right now is gonna be able to get enrage regeneration. Stormbolt to Carry. He doesn't sit a trinkets out of it. No disarm available for Cat. He's gonna go for a bit of a leap. Carry charging to Cat, but cannot get the bloodthirst. I think maybe it might have gotten the bloodthirst at the very last second, but he still got some damage rolling. Kachika's health is not looking that good. 30 seconds until enrage regeneration is up. Double disarm for both of these warriors. Kachika should have a trinkets sometime soon. Has commanding shout if things go bad. Carry out of a commanding shout right now. So Kachika, if we might be able to wait and live this long enough until commanding shout, Zerk, rage regeneration, and no disarm, has a trinket for it in case things go bad, he might stand a chance here in this duel to come back. Carry is back up at full health with super aggressive onto Kachika, exactly what he needed to do. Stormbolt onto Carry. Kachika not letting the charge heal, trying to go for Blaze Storm in case a Stormbolt was coming out of Carry, trying to avoid as best possible. Kachika has a trinket if needed in that execute range. Super tough situation to be in. Is going to go for enrage regeneration. Needs to get himself a charge heal. Is going to land a charge off of Carry. He gets a charge himself as well, and Kachika get himself a massive reheal. 2 bloodthirsts back to back, putting himself in the game. And rage regen not available for both of these for a while. Carry has 50 seconds on that. The underwater trick is still proccing for him like mad, and Kachika is starting to fall behind in health a little bit. This is where Carry needs to get offensive and needs to secure the win. Disarm onto Carry right now. Kachika try to do what he can, try to avoid the wrath that is Carry's damage. He got himself rampage rolling. Stormbolt into Kachika. No trinket available for this one. Kachika does have commanding shout if things ever go bad. He could use commanding shout early in order to get himself as much healing. He needs to get a couple charge heals while commanding shout is up. And his Kachika dropping close to 30%, 40%. Oh, landing the charge off of Carry, where Carry was trying to use the fear in order to set up a charge onto Cat. Stormbolt coming out, Carry trinkets out of it, human racials out of it. Kachika trying to land those charges every time Carry charges his connect. Kachika is the one turning it around. Execute available. Short war stomp. Disarm to Cat. He doesn't have a trinket. Leaping away from Carry for just a second. No charge available for either one of them. Kachika charging back in. Stormbolt to fall. And Carry trying to turn it around. And he got the execute on Kachika instead. Barely had it in the bag. Carry had the double CC disarm into a Stormbolt. Kachika's health got super low. Nothing he could do. And Carry just tried to fight it through. Mextra popping in Thorns. Reflect available for Carry. Trying to turn the Thorns damage around onto Cat. Ran rage regeneration coming back to back for the guy, and Mextra though I think has Carry on ropes at 49% dampening with a feral. Got full berserk. Carry trying to leap away, but the bleeds are gonna do work unless he gets a heal. Does land it. Wall coming up from Mextra. There's no way he's gonna be in trouble versus Carry Root, and I think the bleeds are gonna take him down. Underwater trinket proccing gives him a little bit of health. That underwater trinket did so much for Carry though. I wonder how the good old Wolf versus Cat would have lasted without the underwater trinket. Gonna be reopened by Mexred, and Carry does go down. Last man standing is gonna be Mizik, landing a cheap shot opener onto Mexred. Doesn't start in the way he's supposed to start, but I guess everybody gets to start in the center right now, which is kind of weird, but it works, I guess. Gonna be Thorns from Mexred, Mizik cloaking it. Mexred needs to get himself a lot of healing. Normal walls available. Just trying to see if he can kite away from the rogue. Vendetta's up and running, and Mizik does end up taking him out. Who's up next on Team Blue? We got Ace, we got Natural, but instead it's gonna be Pricey. At least walked away, walked to the side of the arena for a second before he came back at Mizik. At least he walked away for a second before he came back at him. I kind of like that. I appreciate that. That's like an honor-rich duel. Is going to land a fear onto the rogue. No smoke bomb coming out. Cataclysm while he's in that smoke. And Mizik is going to take quite a bit of damage. Using Crucible as a heal. 56% dampening though. Not going to have a lot of heal left. Save the trigger proc right now. Blind onto Pricey. Hoping the Pricey trinkets here. Hoping he trinkets. That's gonna be procs, man. Mizik is not gonna be able to catch a restart at all. Getting a shot onto Pricey, trinkets out with a conflagrate onto Mizik, double crucible, no cloak shot is available, and hopefully with a horror effect, you might be able to secure him and a drain life on the guy, and down he goes. Dude, that was the battle of the ages, the warrior versus warrior. Katsukin went through so much damage and healing. Carry though, Jesus Christ, the healing for him is insane too. The dampening though rolled in pretty hard. Katsukin just healed so much, just his own raw healing. Carry had a lot of healing too. That underrod definitely helped him out a little here and there. That was well done, boys. All hail King Carry. Dude, I want to have Cat and Carry duel and no underrods. I want to have Carry and Katsukin have a full duel, no underrod trinket. I want to see what's it like. Just no extra trinkets, no extra BS, no extra nothing. Just warrior versus warrior. You can choose any trinket but the underrod trinket. So a million healer versus a 4.3 heal WTF, I know, right? It's nutty. That's Mellow only one. If Carry wants to do it, I'll be down. It'll be the longest game ever. It'll probably just be like a one-time thing. We'll go like Lord Around Arena so nobody can win. It'll be really down to like who can play the character best. It'll be one shot. No best out of 3 because it'll be the longest game ever. It will be the longest game ever. And before KR Bandage Trinket, okay, no KR Bandage Trinket either. No King's Rest Bandage Trinket. No Underrod Trinket. Whoever uses it loses the duel immediately. I don't care. If you see that the enemy is using the bandage trinket, send me a screenshot of your details, like the add-on details of your recount, whatever, showing that they're using that. And if you're using details, you'll be able to see the enemy's heal. If they are using a bandage trinket or underrod trinket, you will see it. You just send him a screenshot, and that's it. And I'll know. I'll know. If Carry's down for a duel, I'll be down for it. If he's not, we'll call it here, boys. That was insane, dude. Roy Dill can be stopped dampening GZ. It basically came down to dampening. It basically did. Carry though played that really well. At the very end, he had disarm to stop Katsukin. Katsukin charges in, Stormbolt, and Carry did stay offensive. Sometimes he needed to know when to heal, when to go offensive. I feel like he should have played offensive the whole game from the start. Want to go for another one? We could maybe. It's almost it's been pizza time for about 50 minutes though. I have pizza waiting for me this whole time. And a streamer more. I'm seeing if Carry and Cat wants to do 1v1. Carry, hit me up through whoever. Just PM somebody that has me added on Real ID and be like, yeah, I want to do it, or nah, I don't feel like it today. Either way, dude. I just want to get you to know if you want to do the 1v1 versus Cat. It'll be one. I'm Carry. Jack, your one? Do you want a 1v1 Cat Chicken? No Underrod Trinket. No healing trinkets. None of that BS. Warrior versus warrior. One shot. No best out of 3. Yes or no? If no, I'm gonna call it the stream and go eat some pizza and play a Star Wars game on PS4. It's actually a lot of fun. Fury versus Fury, yeah. It's up to you. You can choose yeah or you can choose nah. No Underrot, no King's Rest heal trinket. Just a DPS trinket. Safety trinket for PvP is okay. Let's go. You want to do it? Okay, he wants to do it. Jack, get yourself a +1. Catch can get yourself a +1. We'll have ourselves one only one duel. Versus Carry and Cat. I'll do a Lord of One Arena, so we don't have any pillars. It'll be warrior versus warrior. The best one wins. It'll be a long-ass duel in my life. But I want to see it, dude. No Underrot Trinket. No King's Rest Trinket. No healing trinkets. Damage trinkets, okay. Cyclotronic, okay. Safeguard Trinket for PvP, okay. Health increase trinket for PvP, okay. Nothing crazy. No COS Void Trinket, no BOD Healer Trinket. None of that AD Totem Heal Trinket, no AD Totem Heal. None of that. I miss Nimble. You mean you miss having monks even an extra? Get out of a CC card, you have Trinket, you have all that mobility, you have all the healing. You want also a Desecrated Ground basically? Get out of here, Night Raven. Nah. No, I hope they don't add it back in the game. That's too much, man. Monks are... If they want to reduce monks' damage by 50% and give them Nimble Brew, I'll be okay with that then. Because then I'll be like, oh, I'm mobile. I don't do any damage, but I don't see CC ever. Then I'll be okay with it. But with how much damage they do already... They are on a theater of like, where I'm like, I don't want to ever see a monk in life. But like, they're strong, but not busted yet. Not busted. They're really on the edge. Blizzard got them in the right spot, I think. Hope everybody's more or less the same on the next patch, though. We'll see. Alrighty. Jack, Cat, let me know when you guys are ready. I'll cue you guys. Fear Warriors Night, World Catch versus Insane Carry. Exactly, dude. Exactly. Didn't say bring it back. I just said I miss it. It feels bad, man. Oh my god, dude. I guess you would have been like, ready for about 5? 5? Go, go, go. Okay. Cat, we got 5 minutes. We only go to the one duel, dude. It's gonna be you versus Carrie. Cat, Rakan, and Jack. Here we go. I did Ashamane's Fall. I meant to do Lord of Runina, but we'll do Ashamane's Fall. It's fine. It'll be okay. It'll be alright. Oh, this is gonna be a long ass duel, dude. Between two warriors. Oh lord. Alrighty. Switch. Can Raven and Pricey leave the arena just to make sure these warriors are getting the big old 1-0? Don't give them Warlock Hellstones. You're not allowed. You're not allowed. Not allowed here. Pricey, I appreciate you. But yo, Pricey, Raven, if you guys can out of the arena, if you can out of the arena, you can watch on the stream. We're gonna see Katrikan, the Fury Warrior God versus Carrie, a fairly fresh Fury Warrior, but he's been monstrous when the damage has been going on. This duel is a Fury Warrior versus Fury Warrior. We'll see what setup both of these got going on for damage. No Wanderer Trinket, no King's Rest Trinket, no AD Trinket, no weird healer trinket. Any DPS trinket is allowed. Cyclotronic allowed. Safeguard trinket for PvP allowed. Health increase trinket for PvP allowed. Just as much of a warrior versus warrior, no extra BS. We're gonna see which one of these guys is mechanically better. Trinket choices and gear choices I feel like should matter, so trinkets overall, like variety of them are allowed, but none of them like healer trinket that are intended for a tank, you know what I mean? None of that. If we see it, just send me a screenshot that they're using it, and they're disqualified easily. Cat, hopefully you have details. Carrie, you have details. You guys better watch one another. Also, no weapon enchants on your weapons. I guess that should also be added. Carrie landing the charge into Katrikan. We'll see what kind of setup they got going on in terms of talents. Carrie is going to be playing Stormbolt. And it looks like both Carrie and Katrikan are playing Siegebreaker. Carrie getting that Siegebreaker damage out early. Katrikan responding with a recklessness of his own. Disarm onto Cat. He could go disarming onto Carrie. Gonna land him in a fear and does land the charge back onto Carrie, but Cat is gonna be already behind on health in the beginning. Carrie trinketing out of the disarm, try to go for a charge on the Cat, not gonna have it, but still Carrie's a little bit ahead on damage. His recklessness does go down. Is he playing the anger management by any chance where recklessness comes back the more you spend on rampages? I would do wonder. Carrie should have a rampage ready here. Nope, does not play. Oh, he does play Siegebreaker. Actually, that would be on the same talent, bro. So now both of these two equalize their health little by little. It's going to be down to the cooldowns. It might even come down to dampening in the end. But I want you guys to see 1v1 best out of just one duel. Not going to do best out of 3. Out in the middle. Katrikan can get hit with the disarm as Carrie's behind on health a little bit. Not going for a charged heal just yet. Katrikan is continuing to run circles around the guy. Cat still holding onto his trinket as Carrie trinketed a little bit earlier. And Katrikan using Rampage, just kind of standing still at this point. Carrie gonna go for Bladestorm. Katrikan looking for a charge off of the Bladestorm since Carrie does not have a cancel Bladestorm backward. Katrikan get a double charge off of Carrie. No Stormbolts for him. He's just not gonna let Carrie charge at all. He needs a charge heal in order to recover. Might have to go for a little bit of an enraged regeneration a little bit early. So Carrie, next time he gets a Fear or a Stormbolt on the Cat, he might go with a charge right afterwards in order to gain a little bit extra health. So it might be a little bit rough. Bladestorm for Cat is actually immuning the Stormbolt for just a second. Oh my god, that was so clutch. Just literally Bladestorm for just a quick second just to stop it. Trinkets out of the disarm, not letting Carrie go anywhere. Carrie trying to gain some distance. Katrikan keeps on pressing Bloodthirst, not letting Carrie in one at all. Carrie has a little bit of damage rolling. Finally snags a charge off of Katrikan. Katrikan goes for the same fear charge heal off of Carrie. And Carrie stuck at about half his health. Going for commanding shot a little bit early. Katrikan still holding on to every one of his defenses but a trinket right now. So now they're a little bit of a standstill. Katrikan getting hit with a Stormbolt. Carrie needs to go for a charge every time he gets a chance for it. So Cat, I mean, now you got to find himself a little bit of a charge. He's actually just standing right on top of Carrie, just not even let him go anywhere, dude. Just gonna take all the damage in the opener. Bladestorm up for Carrie. Katrikan uses that to charge. Carrie really needs to have himself a cancel Bladestorm macro. Otherwise, he might be able to, let's say, charge on Cat as soon as he leaps away. That would be a great time to do it. So Katrikan is gonna take opportunity of that. Carrie is stuck at half health. He can't really go up higher than that. That's gonna be a Stormbolt onto Cat right afterwards. Carrie landing that charge heal. He needs those every time he gets it, but he won't really be able to use Stormbolt to turn it around on damage into Cat. He'll need to use Stormbolt, get some distance, charge into Cat, get a heal. By the time the Stormbolt is gone, Carrie is going to be hitting into Cat that's healing. A Stormbolt is a perfect opportunity for him to find some time in order to be able to land himself a kill. Carry might have to go for Enrage Regeneration here a little bit early. Kachika is still holding on to both Enrage Regeneration as well as Commanding Shout. And Kachika is going to go for a Rampage back to back. Just keep that thing on cooldown when doing damage to Carry. He's just trying to out DPS him in general. Just someone to Carry. He does shrink it out of it. 2 minutes until that's available again. And Kachika is still ahead of Carry. Is going to go for a War Stomp charge. Just to catch a little bit extra healing. Kachika can get a hit with a Fear. Zerker Raging out of it. Not letting Carry land a charge at all. If you can at least deny him the health, he's going to force him to use Enrage Regeneration earlier than usual, so that might be perfect for Cat. Get himself a bit of a rampage off of it. Perfect opportunity for him to get some damage onto Carry. Carousel is about to have Kachka needs to not fall behind. Was that a Bladestorm on a Stormbolt? Might have been Kachka taking advantage of Carry, trying to go for a leap charge. Charge it to him with a double charge. Always will have it available, not letting him go anywhere. 4 minutes in, we are definitely going to see the duel go into dampening. Carry still holding on to Enrage Regen. He doesn't want to use it early. He wants to wait until he absolutely needs it. Kachikan has Enrage Regen as well if he ever needs it. Kachikan going for a bit of a rampage, getting hit with a disarm. Trinkets out of it. Carry could go for a Stormbolt right now. Kachikan getting hit with a Stormbolt, no trinket available. Carry getting a massive heal with that Enrage Regen, getting hit and disarm right before he gets a second Bloodthirst in them. So Carry now uses one big button. Kachikan can now go completely offensive. Carry has nothing. So I think Kachika is going to do exactly that. Going to go absolute Hambo offensive. Has Enrage Regen of his own if things ever go bad. Has the Tauren War Stomp if things also go really bad. If he needs to lock down Carry for just a quick second. Blaze Storm for Carry as he's getting himself a Rampage. Kachika is standing next to him. And Carry is dipping close to the execute. Save to Trigger Proccing. So that's a 3-minute cooldown. Carry doing a massive leap. Kachika charging to him. Carry cannot even get away from the guy. Double charging. Kachika is on the ball with that one. Getting hit with the disarm. And Carry looking for maybe recovery. Looking for another charge. Does land the charge heal off of Cat finally, but he's still super behind. Minute left until that Enrage Regen's back up, and Carry is down. He's vulnerable for a minute. Tricky coming back for Carry very soon though. Kachika is looking to get himself a charge heal. Doesn't get the charge, but I think he was just trying to maybe get away from Carry the whole time. Interrupt. Oh, Tricky coming out for Carry. Gets the Stormbolt and Cat. Does get a charge. And Carry recovered quite a bit of health here just now. Kachikan has a full bar of rage. Maybe he's just trying to unleash it at the right moment, trying to get himself a huge setup. Going to be a leap charge off of Carry right after. Kachikan making sure his health is good. Kachikan still held on to Commanding Shout this whole time. Hasn't had to use Enrage Regen at all. Carry, him going for a Stormbolt playstyle to lock down Cat isn't a bad idea, but every time Carry does fall behind to Cat's raw damage, I think Cat went for a more damage-oriented playstyle here. Maybe the stats, maybe the gear. Carry does need to find moments where he can get a charge heal off of Cat. And just can't do it unless he goes for a Stormbolt. Carry actually deciding as he gets Kachikan super low into a disarm to follow. Kachikan might go for Enrage Regen. Carry is the one landing the charge off of Cat, and Cat here he goes with huge Enrage Regeneration right here. Needs to get himself a huge leap, maybe a charge, trying to recover as much health as he can. Carry is gonna have himself a little bit of health a little bit later. Leap for Carry, charge for Cat though, and Carry has Enrage Regen back up. So Cat dipped pretty low before he used his Enrage Regen. He only used it when he needed it. And now Carry's the one with advantage. If he just forces damage onto Cat, Trinket for Cat, not letting Carry go anywhere. Could have maybe waited and got a charge of Carry. Tried to Zerker Rage before Carry connected with that charge. He follows 7 minutes in, 13% dampening. Both of these warriors, every minute that goes by, they're going to start to feel the lack of healing every single time, dude. Let's also talk about how amazing of healing Fury Warriors have it, dude. They have it so good right now with heals. Out of all the, I actually like the fact that Fury Warriors can heal. Not gonna lie, I kind of like it. I kind of personally like it. I think it's awesome. I think every class should maybe at least be able to build for like a healing build or something. Some of them has to do with trinkets, some of them has to do with gear, but I like it. Kachikan going for a leap, trying not to fall behind of Carry. Carry should have a trinket sometime soon. Kachikan has a mineral on trinket, still has Commanding Shout if he things ever really go desperate. And Carry is gonna let himself one charge trinkets out of the disarm. And Kachikan goes in for a Rampage to follow. Dalaran could have got his pizza came back and it'll still be going. That is true, dude. That is true. 8 minutes, 19% dampening. Carry still in here. Got himself Rampage. So 90% dampening is not enough for us to see either one of those guys crack. Kachikan looking quite healthy, by the way. He lasted full 2 minutes without Enrage Regen, and that's got a 30-second cooldown on it. Carry still held on to his Enrage Regen the whole time, so it looks like Kachikan might have actually started playing more defensive as dampening started rolling in. Is going to land a charge off of Carry with a Bloodthirst to follow. I think Kachikan and Carry, one of them just got to get super hyper aggressive and see what happens. You always have enraged regen if things ever really go bad, right? But you got to get super hyper aggressive against the other guy. And both of them are starting to find himself at about half his health. Kachikan landing the charge as Carry, I guess, tried to walk away to land the charge of his own. Stormbolt onto Cat to follow. And Carry landing that charge that he needed in order to gain himself a little bit extra health. Fear onto Carry, Kachikan landing that charge. 24% dampening, going to the 25 at 9-minute mark. So maybe at 10 minutes we'll really start to see one of those two crack. But neither of them wants to use their defenses anymore. They're dipping low. Kachikan, whoever uses the defenses first, might actually be losing here. Kachikan getting hit with a disarm, trick inside of it immediately while enraged regeneration is up for him, trying to recover as much health as humanly possible. Stormbolt to follow, and Carry using his enraged regen, trying not to fall behind from Cat, is gonna get hit with a disarm. Not gonna get that second bloodthirst in. Really wanted that second bloodthirst. Both of these two leap away. Who's gonna get the charge first? Kachikan landing that charge first. Carry got himself commanding shot rolling. Kachikan still holding on to his commanding shot if things ever go bad. So Carry has a lot of health, but he's actually going to lose a portion of it as soon as Commanding Shot falls down. Kachikan is getting quite aggressive. That's even without a rampage here. Should be able to get Recklessness rolling very, very soon. That should be quite a lot of damage. Stormbolt on the Cat. Carry does land himself a charge heal. Carry has his own trinket if things ever really go bad. Kachikan is trying to get hyper aggressive here. Getting hit with a disarm. No trinket available for him. Trying to get a slow into Carry. Maybe even a charge. Kachikan though, closing that execute range. Might have to go for a commanding shot right here. Fear to follow. Zerker raging out of him immediately. Does get a commanding shot rolling. Kachikan is in an execute range right now. Carry trinketing out of that disarm. Kachikan landing that charge heal at the very last second. Is he going to be able to turn it around at all? And execute range right now. Carry can turn it around. And actually does land it. Carry played it out to the end with that execute. Oh my goodness. Cat healed a lot. Carry did more damage though overall. Wow. 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 Holy shit, dude. In the end, Carry's got it. I don't even know what the minor difference is. He just got more damage. He's just pumping. Wow. That's a lot to heal. Cat healed a huge portion of that, dude. Huge portion of that heal. Jesus. Is that the difference of like verse versus mastery? Is that what it is? Is that verse playstyle versus mastery heavy playstyle? Crit? What might it be? I actually have no idea. What's up, twins? How you doing, fam? New warrior god, I guess. I can fight all the rest. Cat, you're still a warrior god in my eyes, man. Carry's a monster. Kachikan is the god, Carry is the monster. How does that sound? Both of them are Fury Warrior something, right? There's a new champion in the block now. I did want to see what's it like versus Carry and Cat. What did it come down to? Maybe gear? Is Carry more geared than Kachikan, or what is it? But if it's Cat goes for a heal playstyle, Carry goes for a damage playstyle, eventually the damage catches up. Both play great. That might be it. That might be true. But what would be the damage difference? What would be the difference? Is it the stats in your gear? Is it certain trinkets you run? Is it the enchants in your weapons? Talent options? Like, there gotta be something that makes it different, right? Kachikan, you did really well, man. That was a lot of healing, dude. But you might be right, Kara. Kara South, you might be right, my guy. Kara more gear than Cat, does he? Oh, okay, that might be it. But he did do a lot of damage, so they were really close on damage too. I want to say GG's, take a little tricks. Yeah, dude, that double charge did really well for the guy. You know what I mean? I will salute him. That was awesome, both of you. I like that. That was a long ass duel, though. That was a long duel to see who was the best. That was really rough. Warrior. I don't know if I'll put this on the channel. V Warrior. Cat V Carry with this E. 5-5. I'll save it. I'll save it. That's my own. That's from me to enjoy later. To make a mighty gravestone for cats. Here's Rusty. Dude, I want Cat to keep participating, man. Man. Yeah, but there were multiple Stormbolts. That was pretty cool to watch. He did. He really did. That was very well done. Awesome ending. That was very well done. Pizza time. It is pizza time, sashimi. Alrighty, boys. Thank you so much for coming by to the stream. I appreciate all of you. That was a lot of duels, man. Lots of fun duels. Tomorrow we got NA duels for tomorrow. NA, you better get in here, dude. We're gonna go probably as long as you did. If we went for 3 hours. If the duels are good, we'll go all 3, man. Alright, boys. Thank you so much for coming by. Thank you so much for watching, boys. I'll see all of you guys next stream. Alrighty. Peace.
Pizza time.